All right, welcome in 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray, our final full show of the year, as we'll have the Bruins tomorrow night and then the Celtics on Friday. Then next week, I believe we have Celtics on Friday, and then we are out for the rest of the week. Myself and Skaz, it's our last full night. Street Team Joe will be with us tonight. He's already here as well. So everything's on the board. We're going to talk to Doug Kyed from the Boston Herald at 7:20. We'll get the scoop on what's going on with the New England Patriots. 8:20, Bill Speros of Bookies.com will join us. We'll talk about some of the changes that are happening with ownership. Bill Chisholm spoke today as well to the Boston Globe. And the Fenway Sports Group has sold off the Pittsburgh Penguins, doubling their deal, bringing in about $1.7 billion. I'd like to know what's next for the Fenway Sports Group and where are they putting those assets going forward there. So we'll have that for you. I did want to get into in or out. We got musings. We're going to have some fun tonight, and it's our final full night of the year. So you can call in 617-779-0985. It's probably the last time we can actually talk to you. Like, we'll be here for pre and post game of the games, but really not as intimate of a setting. So you want to call in and give your holiday wishes, you can certainly do that throughout the show tonight. The opening take is presented by Super Service Today. Winter's here. Don't get caught in the cold. Super Service Today delivers New England's most complete home heating system, health and safety check, catching problems before they catch you. Stay safe, stay warm. Book now at superservicetoday.com. And, well, I've been really looking ahead to this Ravens game. The most important thing for the Patriots, there were a lot of warts when you're up 21-0 and you have a 3-touchdown lead and give up 5 straight to your opponent. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling how bad the defense looked. It's not, and also how the offense just kind of sputtered in the second half. And we'll talk about that, and I think it's been talked about enough here on the station. I'm ready to look ahead. This bounce back's huge for the Patriots. It's huge. And I always say, like, one game doesn't really matter until you start building it into more wins. It's the same thing with a loss. You lose the way that you did against Buffalo, now you have to respond, right? You lose 2 in a row, people will now start to think that maybe it was the schedule, maybe they are frauds, etc. And I just think that the Baltimore Ravens are the type of team that if you get ahead on them, it is extremely difficult for them to come back, especially with Lamar Jackson. And I believe there are some injury notes on both sides, Patriots and the Ravens, that should impact this game this week. And one of them may even be Lamar Jackson. So, but the take is this. You got to be better. You got to be better now, right? Absolutely better. Coming back on this win after the loss you just had, you need to make up for it. You got to win this game. I don't care about the Jets or the Dolphins or any of that stuff. You have to win this game because a lot's on the line here. The Patriots have had a great season. They may have the MVP, they may have the Coach of the Year or the Rookie of the Year and all that. But when it comes down to it is this. Can you win games on the road in December? That's what's important. They're underdogs again. Can they stop the run? Can they defend tight ends? They'll be in prime time against a team that's fighting for a playoff spot. Now, I mentioned that they're underdogs, but the market move is because, well, the Patriots, they gave up that huge lead to Buffalo. And that collapse now, people are starting to question the validity of the Patriots. You know, did they just benefit from an easy schedule? And that Buffalo loss can change things, right? And when I say change things, does it buckle some knees? Like, did it happen to Josh McDaniels in the offense in that game? Like, the Patriots still put up points. But they do take on a Ravens defense that, to be honest with you, has been Jekyll and Hyde all year. And for the most part, I'd use the word spotty. But they did shut out the Bengals team last week. Doesn't make me think either the validity of their defense. But the second half, that was the story. For the most part, the Patriots' defense has been sound. It sits top 10 in individual metrics. Baltimore's topped out at 23 and 24 points against quality defenses this year, such as Pittsburgh and Cleveland in the second half of the schedule. So, Baltimore shut out Cincinnati last week 24-0. But Lamar Jackson hasn't been himself since in a month or so. He's completed 56% of his passes. He's averaged 189 yards passing over 6 games. He's thrown for 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Beyond that, he's run for just 25 yards per game on 4 yards per carry. It's career lows for Lamar Jackson. But there's a lot here. This is a strong matchup for the Ravens. They're led by, of course, their rushing attack of Jackson and Derrick Henry. They're the 8th best rushing attack based off DVOA. The Patriots are 18th in rushing defense the last 5 weeks. The Patriots are allowing, over the last 5 weeks, 130 rushing yards per game. Now, I said that their defense shut them out last week, and they've been Jekyll and Hyde. The Ravens have won 6 of their last 8 games, and it's because of their defense. Last 8 games, they're allowing 12.9 points per game. So if you look at it, they're 1.5 points better defensively than the Patriots. And they have home field advantage this year. I saw the line just around -3. Here's one other thing I wanted to bring up regarding the Patriots. We've seen the losses. When you look at them, the Raiders, they beat themselves. Pittsburgh, maybe you could say the same thing. I think if they played either of those teams again, they probably would. But I feel the same way with Buffalo, too. I feel like the Patriots know they can go toe-to-toe with Buffalo. But this is a stat I hope that they bring up this week. The Patriots are 2-0 after a loss this season. That's important. And that's my opening take tonight. It doesn't matter what you did against Buffalo. It doesn't matter the validity of your schedule or what you've done. If you win on the road in prime time against a team going for the playoffs, people will start taking you seriously. And they'll start putting up that the Patriots are 3-0 after losses this season. And bounce back and don't let it linger. Because every team in the league has had that. The Ravens have had that. The Steelers have had it. Right? I mean, we saw the Chiefs. We've seen now all these teams that are out of it. The Dolphins won 5 in a row. They're done now. But the Patriots have always bounced back in this spot. And for me, I'd probably bet on them doing it again. But this is truly a prove-it game for the Patriots. And they have to stop the run. And they're going to see Derrick Henry, who, of course, played with Mike Vrabel for so many years. But I do want to throw this question out. If the Ravens fell behind 21-0, how do you feel about the chances for the Patriots? Because for me, I just don't see how Lamar Jackson can throw the ball against that defense and beat them if the Patriots went up. Because you know what? That's the formula, baby. I've said it in town that other teams have front-run their way to championships, and it worked. It can work for the Patriots, too. Get out to a big lead, make third-quarter adjustments, actually run the ball in the second half, and teams won't come back. It's worked. It's why they're 11-3. But 2-0 after a loss, hopefully they can make it 3-0. We'll leave it there. 617-779-0985. I forgot our friends on YouTube tonight. You want to watch the show? You want to chime in? You can certainly do that. I like to read them. I like to read everybody. Wow, there's a lot of people already in there tonight. Thank you all for joining us here. And again, you can call in 617-779-0985. We'll do more Patriots. I wanted to get some Bs coming up in a bit, and the Red Sox made a move today as well. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere.
I can't even read that thing. But last night was our interns last night, and both of them, and I said, someday, man, I'm going to be seeing you on the Gasparilla Bowl. And I don't even know the name of the bowl last night. It was really bad. Is this one the Staffing Cure Bowl?
It is the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, I believe.
The hell?
Very storied history. One of my favorite bowl games every year.
I mean, South Florida was actually kind of a decent team this year. Like their coaches, isn't like their coach going to a big school? Anyways, did you even know it was bowl season, guys?
No. I thought it was like next week.
It's the most wonderful time. No, I didn't know. But hey, if I knew I could bet on football at 6 o'clock, I would have known that and been there. Anyways, instead, you can hang out with us at 617-779-0985. The Patriots, all they got to do is bounce back this week, everybody. That's all they got to do. I asked the question, do you think the Ravens can come back if the Patriots get a big lead? No. And just to give you a couple of updates at practice, it looks like Lamar Jackson has got the sniffies. I feel like I need to get – I'm going to look up Ravens injury report. I heard that Lamar Jackson's not hurt. It's that he's dealing with the sniffies. That's right. He has an illness. Did not practice Wednesday. I don't know what day it is anymore. It's Wednesday, everybody. Who else is on that list? No, that's it. And I think they lost their linebacker, right? Teddy Buchanan, he's probably done. He's one of their best tacklers. He's hurt. I think he's going to miss the game. Also, it looks like Robert Spillane, who was dressed last week and didn't play, the only thing I can think of is he hurt himself in warmups or re-aggravated the injury. Mike Giardi today, Boston Sports Journal, said that he was in a walking boot. And then was telling Jelani Tavai to lead the men? I don't know. You said that to me, Street Team Joe. Lead them. Weird. So now, no more Milton Williams and Robert Spillane? Is that what we're trending here? And Lamar Jackson with the sniffies? Great. And I think a few other guys were out at practice today. Carlton Davis, I think, was not at practice today. I'll give you those names coming up in just a little bit. I also wanted to get into some of the struggles for Drake May in the second half. But let's take some calls here. We got Brandon. He's in the car. What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, Joe. Thanks for taking my call. Just wanted to talk. So last week before the game started, I was talking to my buddies, and I said, I think we lose to the Bills, but we beat the Ravens. But after the way that we kind of collapsed in the second half, it's really kind of got me a little bit more worried about just have that bad feeling in my stomach about the Ravens game. And specifically, I think the inability for the Patriots to tackle was a big concern of mine. And that's something that I kind of will be looking to in this game. I didn't know.
Ooh, so Brandon, you got your knees buckled after that loss.
Yeah, no, it definitely shook me. I kind of think I got comfortable during halftime talking to my buddies like, this is great. And then next thing you know, they come out looking like, trash basically the second half.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know, like, if you were looking for one thing for this game that would, like, the Patriots lose because of this, what would it be?
Stopping the run. Yeah, or Kyle Hamilton has 2 turnovers or interceptions. He's pretty good. Mike Vrabel was glazing all over him today, who is a good player, by the way. So, I used the word buckled. Let me, I'm trying to relate to a moment, but, I've been to like a pool hall before where, some dudes all of a sudden, are playing really well. And then me and my buddy look at each other and then we grab our own pool sticks and we beat them and we'll hustle them. You ever hustled anybody, Joe, back there? You let them win, let them feel like they're the man. They get real cocky. Then all of a sudden you ask for Bertha, and then you just, you know what I'm talking about. That's how some fans feel today. Some fans watch that team. We're up 21-0. How could we be underdogs? Blah, blah. Oh, you're going to win the AFC. Bring on whoever. And then what happened? Buffalo came back, and now your knees are buckled. Now you're shook. I don't think a Mike Vrabel team will do that, but they still got a young quarterback. Like, they still got young guys there. They're leaning on some rookies at time and guys that might not be the best at their position, and I want to get into that later regarding wide receivers in their position. There's articles all over the place today, so I wanted to just kind of reference some of them, but that was an article today. How do you feel about the Patriots wide receiver group? We'll get to that later on. But I did want to bring up these numbers when it comes to getting buckled. Games, halves, last 2 minutes of halves. I have the numbers for you when it comes to Drake May. Drake May, in 14 games, has thrown for 1,983 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions in the first half. That is unbelievable. He is 158 for 217. Joe Math, 73%. But the last 2 minutes of a half, 61 attempts, 42 completions, 543 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. So you got your first half, last 2 minutes of a half. These are Drake May's second half numbers. He's 132 for 192, 68 percentage. So he goes from 72 to 68. Okay, so let's do that. 72, 68. As far as yards go, he throws for 1,983 yards in the first half. Second half, he throws for 1,584. Touchdowns. He has 16 in the first half, 7 in the second half. In interceptions, he has 3 in the first half, 4 in the second half. Now, that's just easy math and facts, guys. Those are just facts, everybody. So, listen, I've had somebody tell me that I was passionately negative regarding the home team. So, I appreciate that you care about the passion I have. But it's not hate, it's facts. If I told you Drake May is good in the first half, he's thrown 16 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you'd be like, yep, he's awesome. But when I tell you he's done 7 and 4 in the second half, that's still not terrible, but it's not as good. He's throwing for almost 2,000 yards in the first half this year. He's thrown for 1,500 in the second, though. So, to me, that's a trend. To me, he's better in the first half than he is in the second half. Why do you think that would be, Skaz? What's your reason why Drake May's better in the first half and not as good in the second half?
I think there could be a myriad of reasons why that's the case. I think, teams adjust at halftime is certainly a big part of it. Drake May and Josh McDaniels go into every game with a set script, game plan to start these games, and then, when the script is not there, you have to adjust, and it appears that teams are adjusting more to Drake May than Drake May is adjusting to those teams. And I think that, comes with age, experience, all that, but he's going to have some growing pains, some learning curve, and you're seeing that in the second half of games. I still, would you feel better if it was a close game in the fourth quarter, or if they're up 14?
I think this team, they need to be up because they can get creative and exotic defensively. Here's what I think.
I'm almost worried they get too conservative when they're up, which is something that you saw a lot on Sunday.
Oh, they do.
Way too conservative.
They did this week, absolutely. And again, the Mike Vrabel quote, which was on our competitor, We Can't Play, we got a little cute there. Hey, how many double passes do you need to make? Guys, let's talk about this for a second. He busts Josh McDaniels' balls. But how come he's not doing it to the defense? We gave him 5 straight touchdowns. Oh no, let's bust Josh McDaniels' balls. I'm in on that. I now have the AA autobiography of Josh McDaniels now. So I'm going to read through that over the holiday. I'm going to be ready to go for the first week of the playoffs. But no, those numbers, though, do you know what I attribute it to, Skaz? That they're not throwing as much in the second half.
I think a lot of that has to do with they've had big leads in these games, trying to run the ball, kill the clock, that stuff. But I think it is a legitimate concern to see, what can this team do in the second half in close games.
I would say 75% of those numbers are impacted by the leads they've had. But that other 25% there, that's real. Now, 7 touchdowns to 4 interceptions is not horrible. It's just not 16-3. What is that? I'm trying to. Just a huge difference. I'm not going to do the math right now in my brain because that's going to hurt. But I also mentioned in fourth quarters this year, Drake May is 1-3. So when you asked me the questions, guys, what would I rather? Yes, get out to the fast start. But also, would I rather them play close games so they're battle tested at this time of year? Because Buffalo absolutely is. We can say what we want about Buffalo. They're down. They don't have a wide receiver. Their defense isn't as good. Blah, blah, blah. Their coach. They have 10 wins. The Patriots just have 11. You might be slightly better than Buffalo, everybody, but they play more games in the fourth quarter and are battle-tested than Drake May and the Patriots. You might not like hearing that. It's just the facts. Don't make me do the Pats of the Facts of Pat song. Here we go, Mr. Frogman. He goes, Pets are 5-0 on the road, guys. You know what? I don't know what you're saying. Hey, Celtics also lost big leads. They won a championship, though. Yeah, they did last year. Bro, they haven't given us any reason not to believe they can come back and win. Yes, that's my take there, Frogman. I think they bounce back this week. You think everything I say is negative towards the team. You guys gotta chill on that. Facts are facts. These things can happen. You can be better in the first half than the second half. You really can. All right. I'm moving on. How about them Bruins? They won last night. We'll talk about them coming up next here on the Sports Hub.
Essentials.
I was having people wondering on the YouTube chat what happened there, but now I understand what happened. We're back, everybody. The Bruins. Who do you like? I'll start that all over again, guys. Who's got the best song in town? Zombie Nation? Gino Time? This Is Our House? Or Sweet Caroline? And you know the answer is Gino Time. But the Bees are rolling. Morgan Geeky, 2 goals last night. David Pastrnak, 2 goals last night. Jeremy Swayman, 20 saves. They're getting goals from Casey Middlestat. They're getting goals from Tanner Janot, Kastelik. Minton's got another goal. It's all Marco Sturm, guys. It really is. What he's been doing with this team. He had a comment about a month ago that said basically get with the program or get out. And people have gotten with the program. But it's kind of funny, like, Marco Sturm was asked about how he builds character or where does he draw his inspiration from. And he actually got into it and said that he has watched an internal video from the Philadelphia Eagles. He said it was the city of brotherly love. Sturm naturally drew lessons in fostering cohesion within their roster. He began studying Nick Sirianni. But he goes, in terms of sports, chemistry is everything. I follow a lot of other sports and championship teams and coaches. The Philadelphia Eagles, that was my project. I was reading and looking up a lot of those teams. I like the coach. I like the chemistry they had and the comments and everything. We all have to connect. We all have to be like a family, and the guys are showing me that right now. That's Marco Sturm on the current state of the Bruins. When is the last time you've heard that about the Bees outside of the veterans telling you that? Right, when it was Bergeron and Krejci and Marchand and that group, it was hard for younger players to be involved, whether it was Tyler Seguin or Dougie Hamilton or just how about any young player that was a first-round pick at all. Sweeney always got the blame, which probably he deserves, of drafting guys that weren't able to come up to the roster. But for the most part, it was those veterans that they couldn't play with them, so they got stuck on the fourth line. This kid Steves is playing on the first line right now. They even had Pastrnak on the third line on his return. Like, they're moving guys that are third liners down the fourth line. Kastelik's been up on the second. He's been down the fourth and the third. They're all playing together. It's a pretty interesting team. And if you're not watching, they fight. They fight every night. They might go down a goal. Last night they scored 4 unanswered. Now, did they lose the other night 6-2? It was a bad loss, but it was the final game of a road trip. But I'm telling you, they're fun to watch, man. And Marco Sturm, he's the difference. He really is. And I think all the moves that Don Sweeney's made have worked. And listen, people don't want to credit Don Sweeney. They don't. But a lot of those trades he made mid-season, the guys like Hustadinov and Minton, they're playing, man. They're good players. Now, they might be top 6 guys. And I think Hustadinov can be whatever you need him to be. Maybe a third, fourth line center. I don't know. Whatever you want him to be. It's working right now. And I hope they can hold on. I think they have the goaltending to do it. But do I think that they should go and upgrade the team to go on a run? Or no. But I would look to get out of some of those contracts. If somebody wants Casey Middlestat, see ya. If you can get Korpisalo out of here and get something big in return, do it. I don't think this group should be adding for the playoffs this year because they have some really young players coming up from Boston College that should contribute as early as next year. So I would continue to manage that cap, let Marco Sturm do his thing. But if you can continue to play competitive hockey at the rate you are and continue to find cap space or protect some of the young guys that are coming up, they're going to be a really fun team to watch. Because last night, down 1-0, they blew them away last night. Rest of the game, took care of business. And also, if you're going to the games, they're winning at home. They're winning at home. So there's your Bruins nugget there. 617-779-0985. We got our buddy Justin and Lynn on the line. What's up, Justin?
Hey, Joe. It's Justin. I'm a little concerned about the game this week against Baltimore and Lamar Jackson's speed. I think it could be a big factor in that game. And just how they respond after last week. I'm interested to see how they fought after last week, Joe. I just wanted your thoughts.
All right, buddy. Hey, man, Merry Christmas to you and your family, man.
I will, and I'll talk to you after the holidays, right?
Yeah, man. Hopefully I can get on the sports wrap with you.
Yeah.
You got
I'll
it,
talk
man.
to you on the radio after the holidays.
Later, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Yep.
It's Justin. I was going to ask him if he was going to leave any cookies for Santa. I used to leave Santa the good stuff. You know? Like, oh, Santa deserves the best. Speaking of that, did Mrs. Ariano, Joe Ariano's mom, has some baked goods for us? Skaz, have you sniffed around at all?
I haven't seen them yet, but I've heard that is the case tonight, Joe. A little Christmas gift for you from Street Team Joe's mom.
Are these top 5?
Yes, they are. So she has peanut butter. My mom is a okay cook, but in terms of baking, she's easily top 5.
My mom is an okay cook. What a
when it
statement
comes to
by Joe.
desserts, when it comes to desserts, she knocks it out of the park. So she made peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and then she made my favorite dessert, which is frosted brownies with sprinkles on them.
So the funniest thing that you guys missed that you don't see is I watched Jake get off the off-air show, walk in with like his headphones and laptop, walks in the room, and it's Street Team Joe talking about top 5 and cookies and peanut butter.
Yeah, what else is new on the night show?
No, but like the gasp of falling over from Jake walking into that was hilarious. So I just wanted to share that. There he is, Jake.
You know, the thing that didn't surprise me the most was it wasn't the dessert talk, the cookies, the peanut butter. It was the fact that Street Team Joe said, yeah, my mom's an okay cook. What's that about their mother? No offense, Joe.
Well, it is Bakemas.
It's true.
I've had no... Do you know that other people have now taken my idea and have reached out to her, and I don't like that. Listen, everybody...
It's a copycat league, Joe.
Listen, I'm not the only one trying to be the only one. Right? Is that like... And here's another thing. Do you think the Bakemas slowed Drake May down in the game? No one's going there, right?
Not touching that one.
No one's going there, right? Yeah. Keep baking, baby. They'll be cooking it back up this week. We got Patrick and Quincy. What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Joe. Love the show.
Thanks.
I just wanted to kind of follow up on your Marco Stern comments about him looking at other sports.
Yes.
I think that a lot of athletes are kind of being told, a lot of young athletes are being told to, like, hey, not stick to just one sport through your entire life. Like, you can take lessons from other sports. And I think that, especially that 2 to 6 show, they say don't cross sports. And there's a lot of scenarios that you can actually cross sports, especially with team chemistry. And I just really appreciate Marco Stern doing that.
Yeah, and listen, he's a former player. Like, he's a fan of other sports. You're looking for... No, you know what else, too, about the Eagles, though, is? Isn't that really a dysfunctional group? Well, isn't that exactly what the Boston Bruins have been after their shakeup in trades? Like, you got pillars in McAvoy, Pasternak, and Swayman, but everybody else is a cast-off, right? So you got a bunch of a dysfunctional group here. What more successful dysfunctional group more than the Philadelphia Eagles? Hey, I wanted to get into some baseball stuff. What's going on there? And what happened today with Fenway Sports Group? And I'm going to go try some cookies. So I'm excited. We'll do that next here on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Want me to talk about the Red Sox or Joe's mom's cookies? All right, let's do the cookies. So I had some sort of brownie with a green frosting, which reminded me of a kind of like a mint chocolate chip kind of frosting, would you say? Maybe peppermint? I can't really tell.
So, Joe, I think the green frosting isn't peppermint. I think it's just a colored vanilla frosting.
No, okay. No.
I think it was for the green teamers. That's
Okay.
a green teamer frosting
All
right there.
The white one was very good.
The white one's vanilla frosting.
And I dipped my cookie in it.
Oh, and how was that?
Well, the cookie is the hit, I would say.
The peanut butter chocolate. I mean, all my friends, every time they come over to my house, beg my mom to make these cookies.
I'm in on the brownies. I don't want the brownies to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't want to make the brownies not feel like their second choice.
But if we're talking tier talk.
But if we're doing tiers,
yeah, the cookies get it one.
the cookie's a tier. Now, okay, it's not a burned cookie. It was however it came out, she probably made it with love, first off. So that's the missing ingredient. But they're not burned. It's very soft. It's like a soft patch. You ever get soft patch cookies?
Oh,
From
yeah.
like Keebler Elves?
Yes.
Love
Keebler
those
Elves.
things. So it's kind of like that, bigger than that, though. The chocolate chunks are very big. But
I like the chunks versus the chips. It adds a little more texture.
chunk over chip all day.
Yeah.
But as you start chewing, you taste peanut butter. Is the peanut butter the dough?
So her cookie dough is made up with an obscene amount of peanut butter. An obscene amount.
So the cookie dough has the peanut butter
In it. Yes. She does
But the
put
chocolate's dominant because they're chunks, not chips.
Yes. I've seen her put at least a half a tub to a tub of peanut butter in her batches of cookie dough. So it's primarily that cookie dough you're tasting is just, those eggs, dough, and peanut butter.
And as much as it doesn't dominate at all.
No, it's super good. Shout out, Mom. Love you.
Love you, Mom.
She was so excited to bake for you guys.
I love that.
Yeah, she was so excited.
Well, just if she really wants to do more,
yeah.
I want somebody to make me this. I don't know who.
What is it?
I want a brownie cheesecake.
A brownie cheesecake. All right.
You know how cheesecake on the bottom, it's always that like brown crusted whatever?
Yeah.
I want that to be a brownie.
A brownie. I'm sure
With
she
the
could come up with
cheesecake
that.
right on top.
What type of cheesecake?
It can be vanilla, red velvet.
Oh.
See, if we're doing brownie cheesecake, we can't do too much.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a vanilla, vanilla bean
Vanilla
with a brownie.
bean cheesecake? Yeah. That sounds
But we
really
can't
good.
have like an Adam's peanut butter fudge cup or anything like that.
Because that was my first thought. It was like, what if we do like a peanut butter, like a Reese's peanut butter top, and then a brownie?
No, I would like just a brownie cheesecake, kind of plain.
So what are the toppings up top? Just a little.
I would like
drizzle?
strawberry,
like a strawberry, maybe a little drizzle chocolate.
whipped cream.
My grandma
I don't
makes
know if I want
homemade whipped
chocolate.
cream.
Well, because the chocolate's going to have the brownie.
Yeah, but everyone likes a little drizzle, like a little drizzle.
You can drizzle on my cheesecake if you have to.
I'll report back to Mama Ariano, and we'll see what she comes.
Thank
up
you,
with.
Mama Ariana. The Red Sox today. The Fenway Sports Group sold the Pittsburgh Penguins. Could the sale have held up free agency? I mean, it's different entities, right? I'm just trying to tell you they've done nothing. They've yet to sign one major leaguer. So this is the only thing I can think of that's been holding things up. And another thing, if Alex Bregman lives in Arizona, right, the only thing I think that can get him to Boston is actually money. I feel more and more he's not coming back. And I don't know what the Red Sox are doing. All right, we'll get back into the Pats here at 617-779-0985. Those cookies were damn good. I'm not even kidding. And by the way, we've had, I got to shout out a bunch of our friends on the other side here, but we've had Frank Pepe's Pizza. We've had Augusta's Chicken. Guys, this is why I'm fat. How do you say no to free food? It tastes even better. Well, they're partners of ours. I shouldn't say it was free. But I didn't pay for it. It tasted amazing. All right, let's go to the headlines. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Top Your Time Studios, WBZ-FM and HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, no Bruins, no Celtics tonight, but the Fenway Sports Group did sell the Pittsburgh Penguins today for $1.7 billion. They doubled their profit. They bought it for $875 million and sold it to a man named Mr. Campbell from Chicago. The Patriots injury report is out. A bunch of guys did not practice today. Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones, just to name a few. Robert Spillane also not at practice wearing a walking boot. Lamar Jackson did not practice due to an illness. And Tua Tagovailoa is getting benched for Quinn Ewers. Headlines are brought to you by Sparks. Sharpen your hockey skates at home with the Sparks Sharpener. Be ready for hockey season. Head to @sparkshockey.com. Use promo code SportsHub. Check out for $50 off. I'm Joe Murray.
There we go.
Boom. I win. Boom. Yeah.
It's so funny. We've got a passion for Boston sports. Get angry.
Here Friday.
I'll be here until Friday.
But Friday, you're done.
Friday's my last day, yeah.
All right, so tomorrow, I'm back on Monday. You're not. So really,
Yeah, night on Monday?
I'm here Monday.
Oh, look at that. After the Bats game. I like that. Staying up late. Quick turnaround.
Yeah, I saw. Hopefully, Mark Dondero is going to be with us.
Hey, yeah, a little bit of a hairball situation today.
I saw it live.
You saw the hairball.
Well, no. Well, I saw the he was doing an update. I heard it during the crossover too, but he lost it. I'm trying to think. Like, there's been times where I've laughed so hard, I've just been like, can't do it. Nope. And don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes when I fill in for Big Jim, and you have to do, like, I sometimes sign out of the computer, and then all of a sudden I forgot to do the headline, and I'll be like, got nothing, man. Headlines brought to you by. So I've had a few, like, we've talked about some things where I just laugh so hard I can't do the read. Can't do it. Just can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. But I think I've worked with Dondero for like 2 years now. I don't know how long it's been now that I think about it. But he's had some, like, what's the word? Oral moments.
Excuse me?
I'm trying to find the right words. Some auditory. I mean, I love you, Dondero. I really do. But, like, what do we got to do? Do we got to give you some omeprazole to hold that stuff down? We got Tums if you need it, bro.
Some Pepto or something?
Yeah. Do we have that? I know I'm now making you dig for it because I know it was in the final word today, so I don't know if it was. But this thing was like that was cat hairball. I wonder how he would react to the cookies. Dude, look where Street Team Joe is. He's in the kitchen. We've lost him. We've lost him. Anyways, there was a hairball situation. If we have it, we'll play it for you. And if we don't, well, don't worry about it.
I was looking for a Joe Murray hairball situation.
Oh, I've had a couple.
Seeing if I can find an oldie but a goodie.
Speaking of that, it's like the last day. I know I'm throwing these at you, but I have a couple of greatest hits for the year.
Yes, I will be, as I did last year, releasing the year in review of the Joe Murray Show, a year in drops. That'll probably come out early next week.
Okay.
But maybe we'll play some highlights in the 9 o'clock hour.
The one I always get a request for is the guy on the plane who always says, please stop farting. That guy. That's the best. I sometimes have people text me that. Just the guy saying, please stop farting. Anyways. Man, I could use some milk with those cookies right now. How did I forget? How did I miss that moment tonight? We could have had cookies and milk. Well, the Patriots, everybody. We'll talk to Doug Kyed coming up in a little bit here, but I heard Greg Bedard say this week on CLNS, or was he with Nick Cattles? I can't remember. But Greg Bedard said this week, to me, he doesn't look the same regarding Stephon Diggs. If he gets pressed or guys get physical with him, he's having a tough time running away from anybody. So I haven't really analyzed Diggs, to be fair. I think he's not used enough personally. I think they should use him in the slot more. I also think they can use him outside of the slot, which they don't. But as far as his production this year, I've been pretty pleased with it. Especially the fact that he has come off an injury. So, again, it's hard for me to be critical of Stephon Diggs. You know when I was critical, there was a Steelers game where he got pressed and couldn't get into the end zone. That's one, but again, that was his second game back from it, ACL. But if you look at the NFL catches leaders this year, McBride leads. I wouldn't have thought a tight end would lead the league in catches, but McBride is 105. He's first. Puka Nacua, he's 102. Jamar Chase is 101. The best receiver this year is Jackson Smith and Jigba. But I'm looking for a Patriot. So there's 3 guys in 100. As far as the guys in the 90s, Amon St. Brown's another guy. And then McCaffrey, Olave, Pickens, they're your 80s. The guys in their 70s are Robinson, Ferguson, Pitts, Pittman, Flowers, Schultz. This year, Stephon Diggs has 67 receptions on 83 targets. He has 731 yards, 3 touchdowns, and his average reception is 11 yards. So, I mean, when I look at it, Stephon Diggs is a top 16 receiver in the league or pass catcher in the league. I guess I just haven't been critical enough about that. So I'll look this week, but I did expect more from Diggs last week. I did. And he was absolutely held on the final play of the game. He was absolutely, this isn't me blaming the refs. No. He was held, though. For all the people who want to blame the refs, he was. So this brings up the question. Do the Patriots need to improve the wide receiver group? I see Street Team Joe shaking his head. Yes. I like Kayshon Boutte. I think Mac Hollins has been pretty solid on the outside. Is he slow? Yeah, he's slow. I think Diggs can be your slot receiver. I think Pop Douglas can be a 4th receiver. And I would like to see more from Kyle Williams. I don't think Efton Chisholm is in the plans. And when you think about next year, A.J. Brown's going to be available. It's going to happen. Will the Patriots pay that money for a guy who can be like that in the locker room? Would they go back to the draft? Will they even pay Stephon Diggs to come back? That's if they truly want to upgrade the wide receiver position. I would not pay Diggs and pay someone big. But you can also pay Diggs and get someone big. You can do both. Skaz, what are your thoughts on that wide receiver Patriots? Do you think that they could upgrade the position?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obvious they could upgrade the position. It's not like
Who's out then if they do? Like, who do they need someone to be better than Mac Hollins at 2? Or Boutte at 1?
Mac Hollins is more of a 3 to me. And Diggs is more of a 2A or a 1B at this point. So, yeah, I still think they need that go-to guy. I mean, I heard Perillo talking about it today that, Steph Diggs later in the season, throughout his career, has struggled in the months of, December and January.
Really?
he falls off a little bit. And apparently some of the Bills media were like, welcome to December Diggs. That's what they called him, which is
Joe,
something I'd never heard of before.
Can you look up his December games so far this year? Thank you. He didn't
It's only
play.
been one, 2, I guess now.
I just want to
One
know.
or 2, yeah.
Because he had 3 receptions this week. Did he not have any? Was it 1 the week before? Oh, it was a bye week. Wow. No, for real, guys. If he's had 2 games and 4 catches, that's
Not ideal.
not ideal. So not only do the Patriots swoon in December, Stephon Diggs does too. Did you see him at yoga yesterday with
I saw some clips.
Cardi B? It's me, Cardi B. She's now a Patriots gal. Or a WAG. Is that what they call them? Woman and girlfriend?
I believe that's correct.
You think she's going to be out in the parking lot taking donations?
Tailgating?
No. I'm going to say no. But they did do yoga together. All right, let's talk to Paul. He's in where? Rhode Island. Hey, Paul.
Hi, Joe.
Is this
Thank you
Prince
for taking my
Humperdinck?
call. I'm sorry?
Is it? Oh, I thought you were Prince Humperdinck. Never mind. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm drinking some Drew Bledsoe wine. I'm enjoying your show. And everything that comes through is that we're selfish. So we lost against Buffalo. Okay. So they gave you 3 gifts there and fumbles. And you got Buffalo at home and you up 21. Guess what? If that throw would have gone over Bosa, you know where you would have been? At minute 38. You would have had 38 points. But do you really want to play the Patriots away? Do you really want to play Jacksonville away? Relax, man. Listen.
Wait, hold on. Are you telling me?
Go ahead.
You're telling me?
Go ahead, Joe.
Are you telling me to relax?
Go ahead.
Are you telling me to relax?
Yeah, because
when did I ever say I want them to go on the road to play Jacksonville, you wino?
Let me tell you something. Here's what's going to happen. There's 3 games left, and this weekend we're going to take that game. You know why? Because Lamar Jackson, as a threat as he is, okay, he's not doing very well. But here's the thing. When we play away, we dominate. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a shit about.
Let me tell you about the Patriots. I was drinking my Bledsoe wine, and I made up all this crap that you said. Listen to me. Listen to me. Hey, listen to me. And I don't give a... Bro, I really hope you enjoy your Bledsoe Wine Estates wine, the double back. But, bro, you can't be calling into radio stations like that, man. And then you're going to tell everybody to listen to you?
A couple times.
And
yeah.
you got all the answers?
Hey, here's the thing.
And I think he said to me, you mean to tell me you'd rather see the Patriots go on the road to take on Jacksonville? Where the hell did I say that? I don't even know if I mentioned the Jaguars' name today. Did Doug Kyed hear that?
I haven't started the Zoom link yet, but he might be listening.
I wish he heard that. Winos. It's 7:15, Skess. Like after a Bruins game, I got it. All in. 10 o'clock, bing, bang, boom, do it. But you can't call, man, and do that. Let me tell you so. You listen to me. Well, we're going to listen to Doug Kyed. He's from the Herald. We'll do that next here on the Sports Hub. I would start with, you know what women love? Size.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Are you looking to improve your smile? Well, you got to get the Boston Dental and the Seaport experience. Their premium quality.
through the night.
I actually spoke with women today.
On the Sports.
Team Joe made these cookies that were absolutely unbelievable. I see Jake now walking over there. That thing's gonna run out by 10 o'clock. Let's do some football talk. What's his name, everybody? Say his name and he appears. It's Doug Kyed, everybody, from the Boston Herald. I believe in Doug Kyed. Hi, Doug.
What's up, Joe? How's it going?
Well, sometimes when I do that and I say I believe in Joe Murray, it really goes with Joe Hendry. I don't know if you know that
Doug
song
Kyed,
or
not so much.
Well, I tried, and I failed. Happy holidays to you, sir. It's our final show of the year. That's a full show. So, and everybody. I've been told tonight that people's knees are buckled after the loss to the Bills because now they're shook. Now they're worried. Do you think the Patriots' knees got buckled after the loss to the Buffalo Bills?
I didn't get that impression. They still seemed pretty positive in the locker room on Sunday night. That's continued into Monday and Wednesday. So, no, I don't think their knees are buckled. I think that in some ways, perhaps this humbles them a little bit. But there are some concerning trends and signs with this team right now that I'd like them to prove wrong, I guess I would say, over the next 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. They got a lot to prove. Red zone defense. Should we start there? The defense, what do you think happened? What was the reason for the Buffalo comeback, in your opinion?
Well, a lot of it had to do with the defense, obviously, and the fact that this team was pretty shallow. It lacked depth heading into the season. And now I do think, I don't want to make excuses for how they played, but when you do have Milton Williams go down and then you're dealing without Robert Spillane, the team's just going to play worse. And Mike Vrabel said it on Monday, your best players then have to step up, and guys like Christian Barmore and the rest of the defensive line and linebackers didn't do that enough. I think they probably took their foot off the gas a little bit too much in the second half as well. I think they knew that Josh Allen could do this, but when you're sported a 21-0 lead, you're probably thinking like, all right, we can take care of this, we can handle this, and that obviously wasn't the case. Field position played a huge role, so it was a multitude of things, but I feel like the Patriots just weren't talented enough on Sunday to stop Josh Allen and the Bills offense in the second half.
Well, I agree with that one. I completely agree. Do you think that the Ravens could come back from trailing 21-0 with Lamar Jackson?
With how Lamar Jackson's played this season, they would have a much more difficult time. That being said, if the Patriots are allowing 50-yard kick returns and they've got face mask penalties, and you're sporting them with good field position on every drive, yeah, I feel like a lot of teams could come back from that deficit. There really wasn't much defense put up whatsoever by the Patriots defense in that game. So it would be tougher. You can't expect them to do it like you can with the Bills. But Lamar Jackson has shown to be that type of player in his career. And Derrick Henry's a player who can still rip off 50, 60-yard touchdown runs as well.
Just getting back to the injury reports today. Look who's out, right? And maybe this is why Robert Spillane didn't play last week. Maybe I don't know if you got any reporting on it, but he is activated for the game. He's in uniform. He doesn't play a snap. So do you think he re-injured his foot during pregame?
I don't know. The one interesting element of that, though, is that Spillane was listed with a foot injury heading into the game, and now he's listed with an ankle injury. Last week, when we saw him around, he talked to us one of those days in the locker room, and then today we see him in a walking boot. So it does feel like, with no reporting, it does feel like something must have happened between last week and the game, and now possibly again by Wednesday. And it's not great. I will say that if he was an IR candidate, they probably would have done that early in the week. And we have seen guys after one of the games this season, Morgan Moses was in a walking boot after the game and then played the next week. Jared Wilson was in a walking boot and a crutch and then plays 2 weeks later. So being in a walking boot doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be a long-term injury, but Spillane has been one of their most consistent defenders, definitely their best linebacker. He has exceeded expectations this season, and as you get further down the depth at linebacker, the team's going to be worse.
Oh, yeah. And I guess some other guys are out this week. I saw your injury report today. Carlton Davis, hip. Christian Ellis, illness. Marcus Jones. The Harold Landry one he missed last week, and he was back and had a sack. And then Christian Barmore, I know they've been pretty, giving him time off. But Carlton Davis did miss time last week. I actually thought his defense was pretty good on the play that he got the penalty on, but he did grab the shirt. But what did you think of the other kid that was in there, Woods, that played when Davis was out?
He played pretty well. He's been a pretty decent fill-in since coming in from the Rams. He's been better than Alex Austin was as a backup cornerback. But, yeah, I'm curious to see how this injury report changes tomorrow, because Mike Vrabel has definitely shown much more of a willingness to give guys veteran rest days than Bill Belichick did. I think we're still used to the Bill Belichick method. So curious to see if Jones and Davis are back out there tomorrow. Curious to see if Landry's back out there tomorrow. The one that really bears monitoring to me is Spillane, just because we did see him in the walking boot, and that field, based on him being active and not playing in that game, seems like it could be more serious than the other ones.
And the rushing defense, week by week, has been worse.
It's been the worst in the league or among the worst in the league since Milton Williams got injured. It's amazing how much of an impact that's made so far.
Well, I think we thought about it at the time, right? Like, ooh, it's going to be rough. I didn't expect it to be this bad, meaning worst in the league bad, but add Spillane to the mix. And I believe last week they had their worst missed tackling game since the Pittsburgh game.
Yeah, they're out there missing tackles. It's really incredible, because over the first 9-10 weeks of the season, they're not even allowing a running back to go over 50 yards. They shut down James Cook in week 5. They really were one of the best run defenses in the NFL through the first 10 weeks of the season. And then, you lose Williams, and you know how good of a player he is, but I don't think you understand the impact that he makes and the disruption he causes in the middle of the defense until he's out. And Spillane's just a guy who knows exactly what to do in this defense. He moves pretty well out there, good run defender, good in coverage. It's amazing how when you lose those two guys on a team that, as I mentioned, we all knew they were shallow coming into the season, but this is really proven that.
We're talking with Doug Kyed. He is of the Boston Herald. Last week, the Baltimore Ravens shut out the Cincinnati Bengals, but Lamar Jackson hasn't been himself in about a month or so. He also was on the injury report today, but listed as did not practice with an illness, so maybe he's got the sniffies. But he's completed 56% of his passes. He averages 189 yards per just over his last 6 games, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but he's not running like he used to. 25 yards per game, 4 yards per carry. Does that have to change for the Ravens? Like, sometimes I don't know if it's Todd Monken not giving Derrick Henry enough touches. Are they throwing too much? Is their defenses Jekyll and Hyde, although it's been better of late? The Ravens have won 6 of the last 8 games. Like, are you going to the Big Crab Cake this weekend?
I am. I will be there. I'll be in the Big Crab Cake. I'm heading there on Sunday morning, though, since it got changed to the Sunday night game. Didn't need to spend an extra day there, given the holiday travel and all that kind of stuff. But they've been inconsistent. It was funny because Mike Vrabel said this morning or this afternoon that teams don't really run on the Ravens that much. And that's true in some weeks, but there have definitely been teams that have had success on the ground against the Ravens. So I'd look to Ramondre Stevenson and TreVeyon Henderson to have potential big games. But if I'm the Ravens in this game, I know how good Lamar Jackson has obviously been during his career. But as you mentioned, he just hasn't been that way this season. Feels like he's missing practices more often. Obviously, he dealt with the injury early in the season. Feels like that guy's good for at least one illness every season too. I'd love to know about his. I don't know. It feels like the inevitable Lamar Jackson illness has now finally come. Still expect him to play, but if I'm the Ravens, I don't stop running the ball until the Patriots prove that they can stop it. Because Derrick Henry has the potential to be so good. Lamar Jackson on design runs still has the ability to be so good. Keaton Mitchell is a good backup running back with a lot of speed. I'm not throwing the ball until the Patriots show that they can stop the Ravens for fewer than 5 yards per carry out there, because I think the Ravens could make this a very difficult matchup if they really do commit to the run.
All right, Doug. So I didn't want to do the sports talk radio topics on you, but it sounds like Mike Vrabel in his weekly interview mentioned things to the degree of too cute and how many double passes can we do in a game to be creative, that kind of thing. I'm paraphrasing, but here we are again talking about Mike Vrabel taking, shots, I guess, at Josh McDaniels. Anything to see here in your opinion?
Not necessarily. I think I didn't really, it's funny because I listened to that interview at the time, and I didn't really take it as him taking shots at Josh McDaniels. It felt more to me like you kind of empty your bag a little bit in the first half, and then you can't like pull out another double pass in the second half. Vrabel was asked about offensive play calling today during his presser. Didn't take any obvious shots to me at Josh McDaniels there. They had never coached together. They had never worked together, but when your team is 11-3 and when Drake Mays had this massive second-year leap, I don't think you can be too upset at Josh McDaniels. I will say, though, that like running the numbers of the Patriots in the second half of games since the beginning of November is really ugly. Drake May has 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions in the second halves of those games. The Patriots have really only gone on 1 extended touchdown drive since the beginning of November, and that came against the Jets. Other touchdowns that they've had have been 50-plus yard runs by Travion Henderson, which obviously you can't predict. You can't depend on those types of plays. So something is definitely going on with the Patriots offense in the second half of games. I think some of it is Josh McDaniels being a little bit too conservative, but I also think it is opposing defenses figuring out what the Patriots are doing early in games and then stopping it. So, I'd like to probably see Josh McDaniels maybe even save some of those too cutesy plays for the second half so that they don't let these leads get away from them. Because, even against the Giants, the Patriots had that game in hand, but they did not move the ball well on offense against the Giants. Barely beat the Falcons, barely beat the Bengals. So this team since the beginning of November has not been the team that we saw during the first part of that winning streak. So
I'd love to agree with you and say it's Josh McDaniels. But it's weird. We talked about this earlier, Skaz and I, but I would say it's 75%, Doug, the fact that they have leads and big leads and they sit on the football. So to your point, they are conservative, right? But I mean, look at these numbers here. I pulled these up the last four games this year, or the games coming up, right? The Ravens averaged 6.9 points in the fourth quarter. The Jets, 8.8. Dolphins, 7.4. The Patriots are 30th in the league at 4.9.
Yeah, I think that, obviously, we can't criticize them that much because they were winning most of those games. But I think that it did rear its ugly head against the Bills when your defense can't hold on. And when your offense then can't keep up with the scoring, like when you score a 21-0 lead and then you can't keep up enough to still win that game, it says something about your offense. And clearly being conservative worked for 10 straight weeks. But when you are playing better teams like the Bills, and now you're playing a Ravens team that has the potential to be that good, you have to continue to keep up in the second half. You can't completely take your foot off the gas pedal. You do still need to move the ball. And I think, I don't know. The Patriots were running the ball really well in the first half of that Bills game. I thought Ramondre Stevenson was playing well. Obviously, Henderson had the long run in the second half, but I would have liked to see more runs in the second half there and give Ramondre Stevenson a chance to pick up 5 yards on first down. Give Henderson more of a chance to pick up some big gains rather than what they were doing out there.
Doug, have you looked into the Patriots, just their records in December and January, dating back to even Tom Brady's last year? They went 2-3 in 19, 2-3 in 20, 2-3 in 21, 2-4, 22, 2-4 in 23, 1-4 last year, and they obviously won the last game of the year. And they're 0-1. They're 1-3. They have a 1-3 record in 5 straight seasons. What is up with the December-January swoon for the Patriots?
It is strange. I think they obviously had a quarterback who was built very well to play in the weather in Tom Brady. And then you get Mac Jones out of Alabama, who played high school football in Jacksonville. Cam Newton, not exactly a cold weather quarterback. And now I think Drake May probably has to get a little bit more accustomed to playing the cold weather. So part of it's that. Part of it, the teams just haven't been very good since 2020, at least. So that plays a major factor. But yeah, I mean, you definitely want to see this team, especially with the success that they've had, be much better in December and January. And this is going to be a big test against the Ravens. Not as big of a test against the Jets, but still have to win that one. And then the Dolphins game after that Monday night game looks pretty simple, looks pretty easy, but you still got to win the easy ones over the stretch. And you just have to hope that this team can get back to what they had in October rather than what they've shown so far since November.
Man, I just think that they can completely erase everything that happened last week. With a win, they're 2-0 off a loss this year. You go 3-0, 2 more games to go that you should win. I just think it just makes everyone feel a little bit better. And, you know, the validity of the team, right? Like, they lost to the Bills, who are a great fourth quarter team. Just, by the way, do you think that it's hurt them that they truly haven't been able to play all 60 minutes this year in games?
I mean, it will in the playoffs. It did against the Bills. It doesn't when you're playing the Bengals and the Giants. But I think it definitely has the ability to, because, yeah, it does seem like a trend for this team that Vrabel preaches no naps, but this team always seems to take a nap at some point in the game, whether it's the defense on early drives or if it's the offense in the second half. Yeah, they do need to play for all 60 minutes because that's the only way they're going to win a playoff game. Because there's not going to be an easy matchup in the playoffs for them. There's easier matchups, but even against a team like the Jaguars or the Steelers or whoever they're playing, you have to be able to play all 60 minutes to win.
All right, Doug, so you got this weekend in Baltimore, and then it's Christmas week. What's that going to look like for you?
It's going to be an interesting week. I think we're going to be off on Christmas Day, fortunately. Might be kind of a long Christmas Eve at Gillette, but going to have Christmas at home, Christmas Eve at home. Head to Plymouth for a little bit on Christmas Day, so that'll be fun. Then I'm going to New Jersey to cover that Jets game. Still undecided if I'm going to bring the family for that one. Not sure if they want to see New York City after Christmas time. Going to play that one by ear for now.
What is your favorite Christmas song or songs?
My favorite Christmas song is "Christmas Baby, Please Come Home" by Darlene Love.
Love that.
That's that whole album, the Phil Spector Christmas album, is great. Definitely have a soft spot for the Beach Boys Christmas album as well.
Yep.
I've always liked "Run Run Rudolph" by Chuck Berry. Love "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen" by Mannheim Steamroller. I'm a big Christmas music guy, so those are among the favorites there.
Well, you should come up with like Kyed's next year, the 12 days of Kyed.
I should.
And just
it's a great idea.
See, there you go. Maybe you can like get it in the newspaper and people can, like a mailbag. Like every week you do your mail, Doug.
Yep,
it could
exactly.
be like, a song in my mail, Doug, this week. What'd you think of John Cena's last match?
I actually did not catch it, unfortunately. I've been too busy. I want to catch it at some point. But I heard the result, but wasn't able to catch it so far. I've really been lagging on my my wrestling watching, unfortunately.
No, it's okay. You're busy. You got other things, and there really hasn't been a reason to watch, to be honest with you. But I will tell you this: the non-watchers that are in the studio, believe it or not, very opinionated about the final.
Really interesting.
Like Skaz, who hardly ever watches but knows enough to be dangerous. Did not like it. The guy who preached hustle, loyalty, and respect and never gave up tapped out?
Taps out.
See, I didn't take it as a tap out. I took it as a letting go.
Do you think he ever comes back?
Never.
Interesting.
He signed a 5-year deal, but he's just going to be an ambassador. But watching, I felt as though he was ready to put it behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, they all say they're done.
That's the thing is that, like, it's like bands and wrestlers. They always do the retirement tour, and then they always come back. So we'll see.
Well, I don't know if Kiss can do it for the last time anymore.
It's very true.
I don't know how many more bands. Hey, I was going to tell you, did you watch the 50 Cent directed documentary?
No, I didn't see that either.
Give that one a gander.
All right.
Give
Perfect.
that.
Will do.
It's just you love music and you'll love it a lot. So give that one. Hey, you get to do that over the holidays, maybe when they give you
There
some
we go.
time off.
After Christmas, I'll do that. Yeah, we've got a lot of Christmas movies going on in the house. We've basically got like one of the two Home Alones on a loop at most times in the house right now. So that's usually what's dominating the TV screens in my house before Christmas. But after Christmas, you got to figure out things to watch.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas to the Kyed family from our show to your family. And Doug, enjoy your trip to Baltimore and New Jersey as well. And we'll catch up soon.
All right. Merry Christmas, Joe.
You
Thank
got
you.
it, guys. Merry Christmas. Doug Kyed, Boston Herald. Next year, I want his 12 days of kindness. That sounds all right, right? 12 days of kindness. All right, let's go to the break. I still don't know what bowl game we're watching, but let's go to break. I'm Joe Murray. The only Reddit thing that I've seen is, why does Joe Murray talk about poop so much? So I'm talking about poop because someone brought it up. So can we hear it again, please? Skaz, can you play that?
Hey, once we watch the tape, analyze everything, flush it. Like, there's no sense in when you go to the bathroom, you don't look at the forever. Eventually, you got to push the handle.
Do you look at your poop?
Not often.
Sometimes I don't want to know what it looks like. You know?
Yeah, for health reasons, sometimes you got to check. But no, other than that, I'm not really too curious.
Street Team Joe, do you look at your poop?
A definitive head nod there.
That was definitive.
Very definitive.
So does Mac Hollins.
He flushes it, Joe.
He says, I
can't stare at it forever.
Can't stare at it forever. I got to tell you, that's an excellent metaphor. Right? Can't stare at it forever. You got to flush it. But now it's got me thinking about looking at it now. So I think I'm, for the rest of the week, Skaz, until Monday morning, when it goes in there, I'm not looking.
Just flushing.
But now, do you want to look?
No.
You still don't want to look?
No.
After he said flush it.
Just flush it.
Okay. I don't know what this is. Should I take this call?
I'm not really quite sure either, but why not?
Mark's and Drake it. Mark. Hey, Mark. Okay. It says, listened to guy get kicked off email list.
Yeah, Jake screened this call, and he asked me if I had any idea what he was talking about, and I said no. And Jake said he didn't really either, and I said, man, just put him on hold. We'll see. Maybe we can get to the bottom of it.
What he was talking about. I did not, and I asked Skaz, and Skaz didn't know. So
you got the only thing I can think of is I yelled at Blind Scott the other day.
I'm unaware.
He said he got up early, and it was on the. He said, I never get up early, and I saw it, and I can't stop laughing. It's hysterical. I wish Mark and Drake would pick up the phone right now.
No, but Blind Scott.
I'm here, right?
Hey, what's up, man? You're on the air. What's up, dude?
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Where you been?
Oh, I'm sorry. I seriously have been here the whole time. I've been talking. I don't know, but whatever. No. It was that blind thing. Like, listen, I never get up super early in the morning. I happened to have to go to work early the other day, and I caught that whole thing about that guy wigging out about you. He thought you kicked him off some list, the blind guy.
Yeah.
The greatest thing is when you, and it was kind of glossed over, but when you threw out that reference when you said, keep my name out of your mouth, I can't stop laughing. It was so funny, and it was just legit. And then also just with that whole poop thing, there isn't a guy. There isn't.
So you think all guys look at their poop?
Of course.
Well, Skaz doesn't.
Not always.
Because you guys are on the radio. No, everybody does.
I mean, if I ate corn or something, yeah. But, I mean, not every time.
Okay. I was working post-game the other day. Blind Scott DM'd me on Twitter and said, hey, can you unblock me? And I said, I think Nick Gemelli handles that. Because I don't. I know how to I can put you in timeout. But I can't, I don't even know what to do.
Blind Scott was banned from the YouTube channel, the comment section. Is that what he was banned from?
Yes.
Interesting.
So he asked me to unblock him. But I don't have those privileges. So then he called into the radio show to say that Joe Murray told him that it was Nick Gemelli who blocked him. That's not the same conversation, would you say?
That sounds like some words were twisted and manipulated
so I
in a
was
different
pissed,
narrative.
And I was up early in the morning driving in, listening to the show. And I got pissed because it's not the first time myself and Nick Gemelli have had words crossed up before. You know? So it was a sensitive subject.
It struck a nerve.
So I called Nick. Yelled at him first. Put me through. And then they put Blind Scott and me at the same time, and we yelled at each other. And then I said, keep my name out of your mouth. And then he goes, what are you going to do about it? And then I thought about it, and I said, what am I really going to do about it? Nothing. What could I do? What could I do, Skaz?
Smith him.
What's that?
You Will Smith Blind Scott.
Yes, I Will Smith him. But really, I don't want him to say that I said that because I did not say that. And then I showed exactly what I did say, and we're all good now.
It's almost like when those aggregators on Twitter take a quote from a journalist from an article and then twist it into, Red Sox. These are potential options for the Red Sox to sign. And then it's, Red Sox are heavily interested in these guys. Guess what? That's not what the reporter said.
Do you know who's the best at it?
Who?
Mike Reese.
I love it when Mike Reese responds, says, can you please tell me where I said this? And then when the person can't do it, he responds with what he said.
And he's so kind.
It's fantastic. I love it. I love every second of it.
It's actually romantic. I really got to hand it to you. I wonder if anyone understands what I just meant by that.
In on that.
That was a Taylor Swift quote. You're in on the see, Jake's in on the Taylor Swift. But no, Mike Reese is good. Like Chris Cotillo got someone the other day, and I went, Chris is going to bury this guy.
It's got to happen to all these reporters because, especially the Red Sox reporters right now, because that's what's hot.
Exactly.
The Red Sox and the trades and who they're going to get, signed, free agency, offseason. All these aggregators just pull whatever they think and misconstrued quotes, and that's how you end up with, I read that so-and-so was going to report this, and it didn't happen. That person has bad info. It's like, no, the aggregator got it wrong.
Jake, do you look at your poop?
I do. I mean, you kind of have to. Like, you stand up, you turn around, and it's just sitting there.
Just floating there.
It's just chilling.
Just sitting there.
So we all understand the Mac Hollins quote.
Completely.
You can't look at it. You just got to flush it out.
Flush it.
It's a hell of a quote.
Well, sometimes you got to look at it and be like, man, that was really bad. And flush
and then flush it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You ever drink all night long at a wedding? You don't know what you ate after the wedding, and you wake up the next day and you went, oh, boy.
Wow, that was painful.
All right, well, let's move on. So for the guys in Reddit who always say I talk poop, I just want to let you know that it was not me. I just, followed up on it.
Is this the same?
All right, we got In or Out coming up next, and we'll talk to Bill Spiros. We're having fun. It's our final show of the year, everybody, and we're going to flush it out because we can't look at it anymore here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. So we got to focus on the football first, and then you'll hear me moan.
What's it going to be, McFly?
Occasionally media equipped station. Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, no Patriots. Well, they had practice today. A bunch of guys are missing. Lamar Jackson was missing for Baltimore. Headlines, they are brought to you by Super Service Today. Winter's coming. Don't get caught in the cold. Book your home heating system health and safety check with Super Service Today. They offer New England's most comprehensive heating system safety check. Schedule now at superservicetoday.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Irish shot. The Bruins.
Rebound score!
Play here. The Sports Hub.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
All right, we got in or out here on 98.5. This early. All right, Skaz, it's the final in or out of the year, bud. What do we got?
Sad, Joe. It's sad. A year full of them. We'll be back, though. We'll be back soon. Me and you are back the second.
I'm here the second.
Yes,
I'm doing
I will
2 to
be with
6.
you.
Are you
Yes.
doing 2 to 6?
Me, it'll be me and
Austin
Kevin
McCarthy?
Majori and Matt McCarthy.
Whoa.
There we go. A fun little Friday.
I like that.
Absolutely. Joe Murray, in or out, final one of the year. We're going to start someplace we don't often start, and that is USA Soccer. USA Soccer this week unveiling a new mascot inspired by our country's national anthem. We are excited to announce our mascot's name, introducing Banner. If you look in Slack, I have tossed a picture of Banner in there. He appears to be a very friendly dog. Joe Murray, are you in or out on USA Soccer? It's new mascot, Banner.
How can I be out on a dog? It look what does the dog look like? Does it look like a?
Almost looks like Scrappy do. Not quite Scooby, but closer to Scrappy, I would say.
Does it look like a doodle?
Doodle adjacent, sure.
Oh God, this one. This is going to be a merchandise. Whoever created this one, Skaz, I'm in. You know why?
Merch.
It's merch. It looks happy too. All right, I'm in. What? No, I'm not. That's it. In.
All right, Joe, it is the holiday season, so we will mix in some holiday questions here. This is something I asked Kendra Middleton last Friday. Joe Murray, are you in or out on eggnog?
In. But it's only that is something that once you open it, you need to finish it that day or the next. Plus, you ever put some booze in it? Oh,
spiked eggnog. Oh, yeah.
I've gotten lit. Sometimes there was times I didn't know it was in there, and I've had to spit it out. Yeah, has that ever happened to you? Like you go to drink a glass of water or something, and then it's filled with vodka, and you're like, and don't get me wrong, I've drank a lot of vodka in my life.
You want to be expecting it. Surprise vodka is not good.
Alcohol is something you need to know you're having.
You don't want that to be a surprise.
Because like bitter beer face is real, right? You take that sip and you're like, "Rah." I do love eggnog with a nice little slice of ham with eggs for breakfast. Oh, does Santa like eggnog?
He's got to, right?
Do you leave eggnog out for Santa?
A little glass of milk with the cookies, a little eggnog.
Joe, did your mom leave those cookies out for Santa when you were a kid?
Those, and we would make custom cookies to Santa.
What about eggnog?
I'm in on eggnog.
But what about Santa?
No, we left him milk. Skim milk. Because
Skim?
Yeah, my parents just would say like,
lean down Santa Claus?
Santa's too fat.
Yeah, but didn't Mrs. Claus, wasn't she worried that he was too lean?
Yeah, but I mean, too lean.
Depends on which Rudolph. Tim Allen you listen to. If you listen to
I was
Santa
thinking
Claus
Rudolph.
1 or 2.
Rudolph, eat, Papa, eat. No?
I like Rudolph. I'm in on Rudolph, but Santa Claus 1 and 2 are my favorites.
I didn't like how the does didn't like his nose.
Oh, boy.
Next.
All right, Joe, sticking with the holiday theme, are you in or out on candy canes?
How can you be out on a candy cane? What about in or out on colored candy cane, like flavored?
Oh, like the, you see like the...
Rainbows.
Yeah, I don't... I don't like the fruity mints, like that hybrid. Not really for me.
I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like when Lifesavers tries to do something different.
I want the mint. I'm a mint guy.
Exactly. But no, are they? Because, dude, when do you put candy canes on a tree? That's like towards Christmas Eve, right?
Our tree is littered with candy canes.
So you're ripping them off left and right now.
I've had a few. I've had a couple. I've indulged. Yeah.
And on Christmas Eve, there's going to be some less up there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So then you got to go get another box.
We have an extra box in waiting.
There we go.
But we didn't put the candy canes up right away. It was a couple weeks, or maybe a week or two after the ornaments went up.
You guys got the uncle up there yet?
No, almost. That's like I get away with it on Christmas Eve. Joe, from the holidays to the Oscars. The Oscars will move to YouTube in 2029, departing the Film Awards' longtime home of ABC. Joe Murray, are we in or out on the Oscars on YouTube?
See ya. I'm not watching anymore. Is Barstool in here too?
Well, we'll get to that, yeah.
Because here's the deal. Now that I watch you, my show's on. This show's on YouTube.
Joe, we're a YouTube partnership.
That's right. You think I'm going to go to YouTube to watch the Oscars? No. I'll just follow it on Twitter now.
By 2029, though, I have to think that YouTube will be like cable TV at this point. Like, everything's going to YouTube or Netflix.
When are we going to Netflix?
We're happy to be on YouTube, Joe.
You know what I think would be great is us doing a show, but like just behind the scenes, we have no clue what's going on. And then we watch it later on.
In on that.
And we could see all the people in the chat.
All right, Joe, you mentioned Netflix and Barstool. Well, it was announced today that some big Barstool podcasts, Pardon My Take, Ryan Russillo, the Spit and Chicklets guys, I believe, their podcasts will be headed to Netflix. Joe Murray, are you in or out on Netflix getting into the podcast game?
So how am I watching them now?
YouTube.
Okay. So they're going from YouTube to Netflix.
And I believe their entire library, catalog will be going with them as well.
So I can't watch any more on YouTube.
I believe that will be the case. And I believe Netflix has also announced they're building an entire new interface for podcasts.
Oh, man. This is a tough one. Ooh, I bet you Portnoy's getting hate mail.
He's probably getting paid, too.
Sold out?
I mean, a guy's worth $500 million. I don't know if you can really.
I will never say Dave Portnoy sold out because he should get every dime he wants. But you know what? I always tell you this, right? And I actually really mean this for people that are in sports media. I don't care where your show is. I don't know what network Colin Cowherd's on. I just see Colin Cowherd's clips on Twitter. And this is where it's going. All those graphics that Jake's putting together back there in the videos and that Street Team Joe can do and all that, people might not even know we're on YouTube, but they see it on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, right? So I will say this. You can have a successful career without being on a platform as long as you're seen. So I'll say I'm in, but do I think it will affect their listenership? I think you might get newer ones because more people are always looking for things to watch on Netflix, don't you think? Like I scroll Netflix more than I scroll YouTube. So I'm in on the move.
All right, Joe. Now we'll head over to our good friends over at the IRS. Joe, headline reads, a woman has sued the IRS arguing her dog should be treated as her child for tax purposes, wanting to claim the dog as a dependent. Joe Murray, are you in or out on someone suing the IRS because they want to claim their dog as a dependent?
When you were growing up, guys, did you have like friends, parents who like took care of you or fed you? And
yeah, of course. Yes.
So like, don't you think they wish they could have written you off as a dependent?
I mean,
they probably could have.
Probably.
Right?
Sure.
Should we our dogs?
No.
I mean, you have cats and dogs.
I have a cat and a dog. Yep. They're both, very dependent on me, but I would not try and claim them as dependents.
Okay. And this is a joke, right? The IRS joke? Or is this real?
No, this is a real headline.
Okay.
This actually happened.
Here's what she can do. She can claim all that as a dependent and then file. And then in 6 months, dude, she's going to get a letter that's going to say, hey, you're getting an audit. And you're going to have to pay all that back. And then they're going to add interest to it. It's going to suck. But go ahead. Have at it, Hoss. Be my guest. Out.
All right, Joe.
For real. Go do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. I dare you to do it. Do it. I claim $25,000 on my dog. Great. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Yep. Then you're going to be paying $45,000 back on interest. And then you're going to go on a payment plan forever. Do it.
All right, Joe.
Struck a nerve.
From the IRS to, hold on, I just had it here. Yes, Joe, the Olympics are right around the corner. Opening ceremonies announced this week. Mariah Carey will be a big part singing during the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. Are you in or out on Mariah at the opening ceremonies?
What is she singing?
It's a great question, Joe. Hopefully not Christmas carols at that point.
If you could hear Mariah, I did love the Honey video back in the 2000s, but Diddy created it, and now I'm out. But when you were looking through that little door, and she was like, you can't have me when you want me. Know what else I liked? When she did the Hero song. That was pretty good. That could be it. Because then a hero comes along. That could be America. All right, that's all I got. Some guy in our chat goes, "To these guys can talk about anything but sports, huh?" Yeah. This is a segment that we do every night. It's the last one that we have of the year. Let us enjoy it.
All right, Joe, speaking of enjoying it, we'll head to our friends over at McDonald's. McDonald's have released a supersized serving of fries called Party Fries. Available starting in Thailand as a promotion. The snack is priced at $2.70 per box. Who knows what that'll be once it hits Boston, but I have dropped a picture of it in Slack. Joe Murray, are you in or out on McDonald's Party Fries?
So I'm in. Joe, have you seen these, Street Team Joe?
These.
You have?
I have seen these. They look good.
Okay. Do you know what I think they should do? They should make a sauce spot.
Oh, like in the middle. Almost like a bloomin' onion.
Or like it's, oh, yeah.
Struck a nerve there.
On that one. No, but like all it is just a bigger fry container. But I feel like maybe the outsides could be dipping spots.
Remember Friendly's used to have that? Like the dipping chicken?
Dude, the Munchie Mania at Friendly's.
Friendly's is goated.
Dude.
I don't know why they fail a lot.
I had friends who grew up and worked at the Friendly's in West Roxbury. The Friendly's in West Roxbury is not open anymore.
I was a big Monster Mash guy growing up. The ice cream. Oh, yeah.
Was that the Reese's cut in half
for ears? Yes, of course.
Yeah, the guy with the little cone head and the face.
All in on that.
Did you see the Burger King menu for the new SpongeBob SquarePants menu?
I have.
Have you tested it out?
Topher, who calls into the show, showed me the entire thing. He even got a little pie.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok, and it looks pretty good. I mean, you got the mac and cheese bites, the Whopper.
You could just give me the food. I don't need the SpongeBob.
You don't need the SpongeBob theme?
No, but that's what McDonald's did for me as a kid. I told you. The Olympic Cups I always go back to. But whatever the movie of the summer was, Jurassic Park, Batman, you name it, they would make everything was movie inspired. Like in the 90s, I needed to go to McDonald's because of whatever the summer movie was. If it was Batman Returns, I need the Penguin or whatever one it was.
Wonderful. I went to the movies last night, had a great experience.
You went to the movies last
night? And
night?
I haven't gone to the movies since pre-COVID, Joe.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you have, Skaz, a moviegoer. I thought movies were dead, and then I went, and it was like a futuristic experience.
You see Avatar?
No, we saw Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
So you went last...
Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah. Is this, did you go with a friend?
I did go with a friend, yeah.
You told me about it?
Yeah, I told you
Did you guys eat after?
We ate there, actually, because it was an AMC.
Oh, it's one of the ones.
They got food.
Did you get buffalo wings?
We got a popcorn. We got some slushies.
Did you share popcorn?
Yeah, we did. And luckily, we both were just like, all right, can we just put a lot of butter on this, and we're just both content. We also both showed up in sweatpants. We asked if that was okay ahead of time.
It's so romantic.
All right, well, that's enough for me.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. Happy holidays.
All right, anything else?
That's going to wrap up our final edition of In or Out for the calendar year of 2025, Joe.
It's the final one of the year, everybody. Bill Spiros.
98.5 The Sports Hub.
Why are the Patriots underdogs to the Bills? Blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't stand it because I feel like people just didn't understand. Like the betting line. All right, they make the line for a reason, but at the same time, people don't believe in the Patriots. Is there validity? What's the word? What's the
Viability?
Word? Well, validity. That's the word I'm looking for. After the loss, they're underdogs again, Bill. Is that the right line this week in Baltimore?
Yeah, I think so. I think everything that I've heard on your station all week underscores why they're underdogs this week. I think there are many people across the country who were not quite sold on this team, and they felt vindication on Sunday. The totals were pretty evenly split in terms of public sentiment on the game. It was pretty close. It was like 53-47. There was some movement on the line last week. There was some movement toward Buffalo. So there was, there was money actually coming in on the Patriots for a while. But I think there was this sort of unease with the way that people viewed this team. And that manifested itself in the second half. And I think you're seeing that in terms of Vegas and in terms of these lines. I'm not surprised they're underdogs. I mean, frankly, they're on the road. And now every third grader and his mom know how to beat the Patriots. And what do the Ravens have? Like maybe the best running back on the planet. And the way to beat the Patriots apparently is to just run the ball at them. So a lot of people are putting 2 and 2 together. Not just that it happens to be Derrick Henry's number, but the fact that it's a team that's going to run the ball against a team that can't stop a nosebleed in Baltimore on a Sunday night, and still in the minds of many an unproven quarterback. This is very reminiscent of the setup they had going into Buffalo earlier this season. I mean, that line was a little wider than this, but I think it's very much the same sentiment in terms of odds makers and frankly, in terms of money. In regard to where it's going. It's still very early in the betting week. Obviously, I mean, we'll get sides probably later this week. It's really way too early in the week to try to figure out where money's going. After the lines get set on Sunday, you'll see sharp money move in. That's a really good way for those out there who are interested in this stuff. If you can, always try to look at the early lines. In other words, the lines for the next week's game before Sunday. Take a mental note if there's a game you're tracking. Look at the look-ahead line, and then see where it resets after Sunday, and then see where it sets on Monday, and you'll see where sharp money is coming to play, mainly at, sharp books. There's a handful of them in Las Vegas, Westgate, South Point, Circa, that take sharp money, and that money will push these lines one way or another. It's not the amount of money, it's the players that move the line. So, you see these slight variations in football season, especially the NFL. I mean, if you see more than a point, it's a huge deal. And that's only because somebody gets hurt. But you saw that little movement in the Patriots line last week that, gave some people comfort on there was money moving in on Buffalo. The line moved to, 2.5. So there were people out there in Nevada who thought that, the Bills were a value play almost because they were less than a touchdown favorite against a team, that was untested. And we saw that on Sunday in the second half. So I think the money is saying, hey, we're pretty comfortable with the Patriots being underdogs against legitimate teams on the road until further notice.
All right, I agree. What do you think of the collapse? And do you think the Ravens could come back from 21-0?
No, I don't think the Ravens can come back from 21-0. Lamar Jackson is not Josh Allen. I've been burned on Lamar Jackson from a betting perspective for too long. I think he's Myron was a great quarterback and all that, but he's no Josh Allen. I don't think he's going to be the type of player who can almost literally, not just figuratively, carry a team. I mean, Josh Allen carried that team the other day. I mean, he was literally carrying guys until the end zone. Lamar Jackson's not going to do that. He might beat you with his arm, although I'm not really concerned about that. It's really interesting because a lot of people were talking about the Patriots secondary and how, Josh Allen was able to find his spots. I think a lot of those passes, the referees' calls notwithstanding, Lamar Jackson throws some of those balls. They become interceptions. I think that's the fundamental difference between him and Josh Allen, is that you saw Josh Allen make throws and plays the other day that he makes, Patrick Mahomes makes, Tom Brady used to make. Lamar Jackson, too many times, those balls become interceptions. And I just don't think they're built like that to come back against the Patriots, even though we know, in the words of Bart Scott, they cannot stop a nosebleed, at least when it comes to running the ball.
I agree. Is there a team that you think is the favorite in the AFC outside of the Patriots?
Well, Denver. Bo Nix throwing 4 touchdown passes the other day.
Is he better than we all say he is?
I think he's in a better situation. I think if you switch Drake May and Bo Nix, Drake May would be a little bit better. But if you put Drake May...
Oh, is that a shot at Josh McDaniels?
Oh, no, not at all. I think that's a shot at the entire Patriots offensive line and the challenges they've had. I don't think I give Josh McDaniels a ton of credit until the last
Vrabel
possession.
Doesn't.
I know. I understand that. I get it. Vrabel didn't want him as
it's just cute. You give up 5 straight touchdowns on defense, but you want to bust the balls of the guy who has gotten you here.
Didn't we go through like 23 years of this? I mean, I know that Vrabel is not Belichick, and he's not Belichick, but my God, he has got some Belichickian in him.
He does.
Very much like Jordan Hudson. Got some Belichick in him.
Oh! It's been quiet for them two for a little bit.
Well, that's crazy because she put a cheerleading video on her Instagram feed the other day. And I don't know if you watched that show, Stumbled. I stumbled across it literally on Peacock. It's very funny. It's a cheerleading show about a high school cheerleading team. And it's kind of like, it's very funny. And she posted a cheerleading video. I don't even know if she was in the video or not. But it kind of reminded me of that show. Yeah, they've disappeared. I think that they brought in some new people at North Carolina and clamped down. Also, the fact that North Carolina was terrible this year. And, I mean, Duke won the ACC title, if I recall. And that's not good if you're North Carolina and you bring in Bill Belichick and Duke wins the freaking ACC football championship. That cannot be going over well in Chapel Hill right now. Because you didn't bring in Bill Belichick to watch the Duke Blue Devils celebrate an ACC football championship.
Very interesting what's going on with that. I do want to ask you about the baseball team in a minute here. I think we should pause. We'll unwind. We'll hit the headline here. What's going on? What's Bill Speros hearing, who came from Florida to here now? What was he doing in Boston as well? We'll get into all that. Patriots stuff. We got Red Sox. You can call in, too, if you'd like. 617-779-0985. Bill Speros here of Bookies.com. Where else are you writing nowadays?
Oh, Bookies is keeping me plenty busy.
All right, cool.
There's so much going on in the space. It's crazy.
All right.
There is so much going on in the gaming space right
Bookies. Bookies.com.
Thank you.
We should make it a song. Bookies. Bookies.com. For all the latest odds, it's Bookies.com.
Damn.
Well, hopefully they'll pay you for that now going forward.
I hope so.
Let's hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub. All right, back here in 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bill Speros of Bookies.com's in studio.
Yay.
I haven't watched Christmas Vacation yet. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite Christmas movie. But I don't want to watch it until it
you have to
means
wait.
something. You know,
you got to wait. It's too soon in the calendar to be watching Christmas movies. I did watch a little Goodfellas last night. Of course, that is a Christmas movie.
It absolutely is.
And I watched the first few minutes of Die Hard on the plane just because I like the song. But my wife and I will be knocking them all out next week. Christmas Story, Elf, Scrooged, Wonderful Life, probably Christmas Vacation, maybe. Christmas Story for sure.
Are you a Home Alone guy?
Off and on. I kind of missed it. You know, it came out at a time when I really...
It came out at the same time as Goodfellas.
Yeah, well, I was much more into Goodfellas.
Joe Pesci was doing both at the time.
Home Alone. Yeah, versatile. A very, very versatile actor. But No, I never got into Home Alone, but we have a rotation that we pretty much stick to every year. But that's kind of what's cool is like you said, everybody kind of has the favorites, which is nice. But it's too soon. It's definitely too soon to like do the movies.
All right, Bill, I want to talk some Red Sox for you, but Jeremy's in Dorchester. He's got a Bruins fan.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Really appreciate you taking my call. So in light of, everybody talking about how bad of a job Neely and Sweeney does, I think it's very comical to look down at what's happening in Carolina with Brandon Bussey, who was a very good prospect for us, played his heart out down in the AHL. He had a phenomenal game in the preseason. I believe it was last year against New York, threw up a bagel, shut him out. And I don't even think he ever touched the ice in a regular season game. But we got this bum Corpusalo. And if you ask me,
I don't think Corpusalo's a bum. I'm sorry. 37 saves in his last win. He is there to spell Jeremy Swayman. They play good in front of him. I don't agree with that one. I'm sorry. And I don't know how much Bruins you're watching out in Florida these days, Bill, but Marco Sturm's the reason of what's going on. It's not Sweeney. It's not Neely.
Yeah, it seems like the same cast of characters, and they have a different coach.
Well, a little bit different. Like they traded for Minton. The guys they moved on from. Hustadino's playing well. They got this kid Steves on the top line. They got Tanner Janot, who's helping out on their fourth line. Kastelik. Zadorov's now playing pretty good. You're getting Elias Lindholm, playing to his potential. And they have these two guys. I don't want to call them stiffs, but they're like wings that probably shouldn't be second liners between Middlestat and Arvidsson. Those are the guys I would move on from and continue to try to get the team better. But no, Corpusalo's not a bum. I will take that back. I just saw this come over the wire, so this is why I wanted to bring this up to you. And it's Red Sox related, so I wanted to get your thoughts on it. But Jeff Passan was on Baseball Tonight with Buster Olney.
Mm-hmm.
Said the Red Sox missed out on Schwarber and Alonso because they weren't willing to go to the place that other teams were. We've seen the Red Sox in recent years. They try to operate rationally. Operating rationally, generally speaking, will not get you free agents. It is an irrational market, and sometimes you got to get a little irrational. Is that what's going on right now with Alex Bregman?
Look, once the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts and Fenway Park was not burned to the ground, that was the green light to what we're seeing now. I mean, good God, 6 months ago, they traded Rafi Devers for negatives. If they had just cut him, they would have been better off. They brought in two guys that cost them net -4 games. And what do we get after that trade? We got everybody saying, oh, Devers wasn't a team player. They had to get rid of him. Well, what happened against the Yankees, kids? The guy who had the most home runs in the major leagues against the Yankees was living it up in the DR. And your Boston Red Sox went, and I looked this up, went 6 for 23 with runners in scoring position in those last two losses to New York. And you sheeple, and you are sheeple for this, you were cheering the fact that they traded him. You were happy about it. So the Red Sox see that. They know what's going on. They have sycophants in the media. They have their own state-run media toadies. And then they have fans who think somehow saving John Henry's money is virtuous. You have that lethal combination. Plus, they make the playoffs, so once again, the sheeple are happy. They got their slop for another year. So what incentive do the Red Sox have to push the envelope or be irrational or even set the market when it comes to Alex Bregman? They don't. They have no incentive. It's like they're going to not sign him, and there'll be no punishment. There'll be no condemnation from serious quarters. It's not like their ticket sales are going to be affected one way or another. The team's valuation is still going to skyrocket. Their valuation's gone up 100% in 5 years, and if you adjust their salaries for inflation, their salary is 30% lower. The salary was 30% lower this year after the Devers trade than it was in 2019 adjusted for inflation. So they're spending far less money on the team. They have no incentive. There's no push from the fan base. There's very little push from the media. And So, what would you do? You're John Henry. You just doubled your money on a hockey team. You have $1.5 billion in capital. Are you going to really sink that into baseball players? I mean, he told you as much a few years ago. He said they're expensive, right? It's expensive to have baseball players. There's no incentive right now for the Red Sox to do anything when it comes to pushing the envelope. Not only is it it's antithetical to the nation to begin with, there's no impetus for it. And so as long as, they got rid of Devers, they got rid of Bogarts, they got rid of Betts, they signed Alex Bregman to a one-year deal. And what did this clown do when they signed Alex Bregman to a one-year deal? He lit up a cigar. He lit a cigar. That's like Red Auerbach lighting his cigar at halftime. You don't light the cigar until the deal is done. And signing Alex Bregman to a one-year deal wasn't it. John Henry lit the cigar a year ago as if he just locked up Alex Bregman long-term this week, which we know didn't happen.
I still think they can be a successful team operating the way they do. I'm a sheep.
That's a sheeple. Well, how do you define success? Look, they were successful. They made the playoffs, right? If making the playoffs is a success, then you can follow the model of the Red Sox, and they will be successful. They will be between 83 and 90 wins every year until doomsday. And they may or may not make the playoffs. They may get lucky, maybe slip into the second round. But beyond that, there's no way that you can have a sustainable contender. You can't reach the ALCS. You certainly can't reach the World Series.
Could they have last year?
Not with the lineup they had. If they had kept Devers, they would have at least beaten the Yankees. That's pretty obvious. I mean, just look, folks, do the math on that one. Best hitter in baseball against the Yankees, most home runs of any active player, 6 for 23 with runners in scoring position in those last two games. I mean, come on. You have to at least admit that. I think if they had Devers in the lineup, maybe they could have at least gotten to the ALCS. Toronto was super deep, and, of course, Toronto should have won it. I mean, let's be serious. There were, 6 plays in that Game 7 that should have went the Blue Jays' way and didn't go their way. So I think you need to spend, maybe another $30 million. You need another frontline starter for depth, and you need another big bat. You need Alex Bregman plus somebody else and another frontline starter to get to that Toronto level. And forget the Dodgers. We don't expect them to be like the Dodgers. God forbid they spend that kind of money. But, I mean, you see what it took for the Dodgers. I mean, they had guy like third, 6th, 7th relievers. They're paying $30 million to get one inning out of this guy just to win a World Series.
Well, RJ agrees with you. RJ on the Cape. What's up, bud?
Preach, 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 preach. That couldn't have been any more well said. I'm sitting here. This is my second call of the day now because of how well said it was. I called into Zoe earlier.
You broke a rule.
Don't hang up.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you can talk forever if you're going to say how great I did.
It's just, you couldn't have been more spot on. I completely agree with the Devers thing. I've been a diehard. They shouldn't have got rid of Devers. They brainwash all the fans. It's absolutely disgusting. They try to do the A's in the Tampa Bay model, and you know what? It works for those teams because it's the best that they can do. Well, guess what? When you do that and you stoop to that level, that's not the best that you can do. You should be spending with the big boys, but you don't. So I'm not spending a single dime on that team. Couldn't agree more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it going.
Well, you can follow Bill on Twitter and also all his work at bookies.com.
Thank you very much, Chris. Greatest call I've ever heard in the history of this radio station. Even when they had John Henry on, that was better.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you that I just don't think they're done yet.
Oh, well, look, I respect the hell out of guys like Jeff Passan and others, and I break balls on the radio about media guys only because I was a sports editor for 25 years. I know the business as well, if not better than anybody. And I will jibe those reporters, but I do appreciate and respect their position because I was a boss. I was a sports editor forever. And they have to report what they're told. I don't question or begrudge them for reporting it. I begrudge the people feeding them that information. I don't know. I mean, they could sign Alex Bregman tomorrow. Who knows? I hope they do. But all that does is put them where they were this year, right? You got to remember, they're like underground now. They just got to get up to it's like when I get off the subway today at Park Station, I had to walk up the stairs. You got to get up to ground level. They're not even at ground level yet.
So we got about 5 more minutes with you. What do you want to talk about? What do you got?
Well,
what's on your mind?
Since I am kind of the last guest of the year,
this is your platform.
I feel like I'm the laxative of the show, being given what you guys were talking about earlier. I'm clearing the system. Since it is my profession to talk about sports betting, which is a pretty awesome job, I must admit. I think I wanted to let folks in Massachusetts know that the Mass Gaming Commission's meeting tomorrow. You don't need to care about that. I get paid to listen to it. You don't have to. But there'll be 2 interesting things of note to discuss. They are going to discuss and probably vote to pass a new rule which will require, at the very least, sports books to let patrons know when they've been limited, and probably add a little bit to that where they will not only have to let them know that they've been limited, but explain to them why they've been limited and in what specific instances. Right now, it's perfectly legal for any sports bet and any sports book. Frankly, in the country, it's a universal rule, like with casinos. They have the right to limit anybody at any time for any reason. Now, one of the nice things about the Gaming Commission not knowing a whole lot about gambling was that this really surprised them that this happened. And again, they're looking at this from a consumer protection, public interest point of view. And it's like, wait a second, you're telling me that somebody wins at a sports book and they're being limited? And yes, this is happening. They did a study. They found that 0.64% of all the accounts in Massachusetts last year were limited for some reason at one time. Now you say 0.64%, that's a tiny number, but you're talking about 2.1 million betting accounts, not bettors, but that's accounts with all 7 operators. That's 13,000 accounts that were limited last year in Massachusetts, mostly because people won. That's pretty much the bottom line. The saying is either bankrupt or broke. Either they banned or broke, I should say. So they either want to ban you or they want you to be broke. That's kind of the saying in the industry. And the banned part has caught the eyes of the regulators here. And Massachusetts is going to be the first state in the country to do this. They're going to be the first state in the country to pass any sort of rules or regulations concerning player limits. So it's kind of an inside baseball big deal, but what it means for people out there who listen, and if they've been banned by a legal operator or they know someone who's been banned by a legal operator, moving forward, hopefully at the very least, you'll be notified about it and hopefully told why. And I think the theory behind that is if they make the operators do that, they'll be a lot less likely to ban players, because then they have to sort of go through this machination and paperwork of having to explain to people why and having to produce documentation and submit it to the Gaming Commission. So it's in a sense, it's an attempted ban on player limits, but without actually banning them. But you're making it so difficult and challenging that you're going to think twice before doing it.
What else is going on?
And there's something else to look for. Again, I'm be covering this. I'll pimp my Twitter feed at Bill Speros. There's also going to be discussions about a bet that DraftKings wants to avoid.
Ooh.
And
heads or tails?
Oh no, This is a potential mid to high 6-figure monetary issue.
Whoa.
And it's going to be good. And it'll be, once the details come out from what I've been hearing, I'm going to anxiously await they on the morning of each meeting, they produce the packet, and the packet will have all this information. It'll be public tomorrow morning.
That's called a tease?
Yeah, that's a tease. And only because I don't actually have the actual documents, or I would share them. But I have sources who, in the industry, that this issue that'll come to light tomorrow It's a really fascinating story, and it involves a sports book which has a large presence in the Commonwealth, and a large amount of money.
I'm very interested to find out what that is.
Yes.
That was a really big tease.
Well, I wish I could. Unfortunately, I don't want to report things I don't know for sure.
No, we'll just.
But
have
I
to
also
wait for you tomorrow.
I don't think I'm rank speculation here. I had it on good authority that the commission was going to do player limits this week, and the agenda's up, and it's on the agenda, item 6B, if you care.
People have been losing their jobs because of, or people have been going to jail, or players for that matter. All sorts of. It's a serious issue.
Yeah, it is, and again, I like covering this stuff from a journalism perspective, right? Because it's a great beat. You know, the guys who cover the Red Sox, Doug was in here earlier, the Patriots, that's a great beat to be an NFL beat writer. I'm at a point in my professional career where I love being a gambling beat writer. I mean, I write about prediction markets, which is like a 6-hour show someday. Obviously, casinos and sports betting, but your audience, obviously very focused on sports betting. And again, if you've been limited in Massachusetts, or you hear people talk about it. I've heard you talk about it in the past, and others on the
Lifshitz
station.
gets limited.
Dan,
even in New Hampshire, they had to go get his money to bring it back to him.
Yeah, and so that's an issue with consumers, and the fact that you have, you know, I think they do a good job. There's the bureaucrats, but you know that's what they do. That's not who they are. I think the Gaming Commission does a pretty decent job. They take too much time on too many minute, procedural, useless things. I think they're about batting, you know, probably 80% on the big stuff in terms of the consumer. I think in Massachusetts you have more consumer protections than you do in other states, and you have an infinite amount more consumer protection than you would with an illegal or an offshore book. So, you know, that would be my plug. Look, if you're going to bet, do it legally because you'll be protected as a customer. I'm not shilling for anybody. I'm just saying if you bet with an offshore book, you're putting your information at risk, you're putting your ID at risk, you're putting your banking at risk, and you know you're risking you might not get paid. I mean, that's just a fact.
What do you think of the New York Knicks winning the NBA Cup?
I tell you, man, I'm thinking that Jalen Brunson, I'm guessing he pulled an all-nighter.
Yeah.
Like, I just think he just didn't go to bed before the game, and that's probably why they won. But, you know, it's the Canyon of Zeros. They haven't won a title in 53 or 52 years now, so they got to celebrate something, right?
Well, at least they're not doing a banner. I respect them for that.
Well, I mean, it's you know, the NBA Cup, it's like the, you know, participation award for professional basketball. I mean, I'm glad these guys are getting some money out of it, but you know,
what doesn't count towards their stats for the year?
I know
that's crap.
And that last game, that championship game, never happened. That does not count for anything.
Let's put our bodies at risk for that. Out on that one. Don't like. I don't want to bet on that.
100% out on it. Yes, I'm not an NBA Cup guy. I try to ignore it, and I'm kind of glad it's over.
All right. Well, he's Bill Speros, everybody. Bill, when you're back in town, we'll go longer. Everyone loves you. If you read our chat, everyone says, this guy's good. He's the only one in town who says it real with the Red Sox. That's literally what everyone's saying.
Well, I appreciate that. And I grew up here. I have a picture. I posted it on Twitter of me at a Red Sox game when I was 5. I have a picture of my son going to his first Red Sox game.
You were on the Celtics documentary.
I was on the Celtics documentary when I had hair. And look, I am passionate about the Red Sox, not because I don't hate or like John Henry. I just don't like what he's doing with his team. And I've been a fan my whole life, and it does piss me off at times to see how they do things at times. And this is one of those times. And I think they need to wake up, because right now all the Red Sox are filler between the end of the Celtics and the start of the Patriots. And they should be more than that, and they're not. I hope they sign Alex Bregman for 50 years, and John Henry can smoke 8 cigars and blow smoke in my face, and Linda can hit me and with her baton or whatever she has. I don't care.
Well, this from Jeff. Throwback Red Sox rant there. Maybe the most calm but venomous radio ever. What a send-off for 2025.
Thank you.
So thank you, Bill Speros. It's Bill Speros. Everybody check him out. Bookies.com. When you're back in town, Bill, we'll lay out the red carpet for you, and we'll let you just throw a blowtorch at the Red Sox next time you come in. It was fun.
Thank you, Joe.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year's.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night and Happy New Year and a great 2026.
He's Bill Speros, everybody. We got the final hour of the year coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the
Don't sass me. I wrote down 3 things for musings. I wrote down lettuce, video of Robert Downey Jr., and mailing it in. And my mailing it in is I am realizing everyone has mailed it in. Anybody I've tried to talk to get anything seriously done right now, they suck. I don't know how else to say it, but can you give me a little bit of love and attention before you go away on your luxurious Christmas vacation? Because I know it's the end of the year, and you sandbaggers. Oh, and I worked in sales. If I was at my yearly number, man, I would sandbag that bad boy for 2026. Don't do it to me now, though. This is the year. You've mailed it in?
Yes, but I have something for musings. I've decided I'm going to go really hard this year at getting good Christmas presents. In the past probably 10 years, I've not been a very good family member.
Joe.
In terms of Christmas.
It's December 17th.
Yeah, I'm almost out of time.
You have 7 days to... So you're going to be serious?
So
it's because you got that new job now?
Yeah.
Joe. Is that what it is?
The money's rolling in, Joe.
Yeah,
so
you got that new job now. You're going to show, hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
I got that real
you
job.
mean a lot to me this year. Here's what happens.
Just get him a Lotus gift card.
I was thinking... Well,
you got to give him a Kowloon calendar, by the way. See right next to your right? To your right. See those red calendars?
Oh, okay.
Bring one.
You still have to lock in a Kowloon date.
Listen. You don't know this yet, but I have you and Jake and Skaz penciled in for a special day, potentially in January.
Okay.
It's a Saturday.
A fun day.
It's a fun day. Okay, and we're going to be let loose. Nothing business-wise.
Nice.
Like, it's going to be Joe, Big C, and Skaz out on the town.
Don't let the ladies
Skaz knows what it is, but you don't. Either does... Jake's probably in the car being like, what the hell's Joe got me up to? But yeah, no.
But it ends at Kowloon?
It could. Yes! We have a plan! Wait. I just skipped over something. You're going to be a serious gift giver this year?
Yeah, I think so. In the past, I've just been gift cards mostly.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The movie theater friend.
Yes. Jackie.
Gift.
She's not listening. Zero chance she's listening.
Come on. She's listening all the time.
No.
She tells me she's listening. So that's a front.
That's a front.
Okay, so you're going to get Jackie a gift or what?
I don't know.
I have an idea.
Is it? Like, I don't. Well, we've just gone on a couple dates.
Skaz,
I don't know if it's.
I have literally blown up Joe's spot.
Yeah.
Skaz,
can people call in and see? It's
literally blown.
It's too early. It's just 3 or 4 dates for a gift. I don't know about that.
Jackie's very nice. You've met her. She likes hot wings.
She does. Big buffalo wing fan.
Just get some hot sauces that she doesn't know about.
Where do I get these exquisite hot
sauces? Let's go. I got you.
Okay. Can we go back to Lambert's? Hey, we have an event Saturday.
That's right. Saturday, everybody. Join us at Zen Leaf in Sharon. It's on the way to Gillette Stadium, but you got to do the old loop. It's on the Gillette Stadium side. And it is a huge marijuana weekend with myself and Street Team Joe.
It's a holiday.
Actually, that Green Wednesday that we were there, they said it beat the 420 sales.
That's probably because of us.
Those free pre-rolls, man.
I just can't wait to go back to Lambert's to just be like, oh, I'm in the entourage now. This is what it feels like to be in an entourage.
Well,
are you Joe Murray? Joe Murray, have free chicken. Hey, here's a calzone.
That was cool.
Are you Joe Murray?
Maybe that will happen when we all go out one night.
Yeah.
But wait, serious gift giving.
Yeah, so I'm going to give at least, I was thinking a Patriots jersey for my dad, like from the pro shop.
You think he's listening right now?
No. I usually tell him when I'm on,
okay.
But I kind of stopped.
But how do you not know that this is his favorite
show? No, he very well could be listening. So it would give him my spot. Sister, I was going to wait for Zen Leaf. She's a fan of marijuana. Okay. I was going to get something good for her at Zen Leaf. Yeah. Sister's boyfriend, really big into sports.
You get him a gift?
Yeah, well, they've been together. They're going to get married.
Okay.
It's already known for the family. I was thinking of getting some nice Celtics tickets for him. Mom is where I'm struggling.
Those aren't easy to get.
Oh no, my uncle's a season.
You're telling me.
My uncle's a season ticket holder.
Oh, okay.
He's fourth row.
Oh,
he got tickets Monday night.
No, but I'm going Friday.
So he's like Joe Mazzulla, fourth row Joe?
Fourth row Joe. Yeah, he got him the year before Larry Bird.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So you're going to be serious gift giver.
But I don't know
in
what
the
to
next
get.
7 days.
I don't know what to get my mom.
So, dude, I can tell you what I got my mom.
Or any females in life.
Off the air.
Okay.
But yes, what do you get someone who has everything?
I don't know. What do you get them?
You got to be creative.
Something that's priceless.
Exactly.
A memory. Maybe like a nice picture, framed picture.
We have an advertiser here at the
Aura
station.
frames.
Aura frames.
Okay, maybe I can link up with them.
Yep. So mailing it in was one that I had. Joe just told us all about his gift giving. Skaz, do you have any musings?
Do I have any musings currently?
Because you're a Festivus baby.
I am.
Generally, Festivus is a day of airing the grievances.
Yep.
Do you have any grievances you'd like to air?
I mean, I constantly have grievances, Joe. As a man who drives mostly at night, there's got to be some headlight laws I think we need to enact or, get behind. People's headlights these days are too much. I think I'm all for everyone being able to see safely and drive safely at night, but some of the headlights I come across at night are just blinding, so I'm out on that. That's a grievance I have. Another grievance I have is I recently moved to a new town a couple months ago. Everyone in the town incredibly nice. Our neighbors incredibly nice. Love the town, all of it. But on a couple of occasions, you meet people out and about, older people. They'll tell you how great the town used to be and how it's gone to hell now and it's not so great anymore. And it downers, Joe. There's a lot of downers out there and negativity.
Have you found a package store that you like in your neighborhood yet?
I'm not really a recreational drinker too often, but yeah, there's a packing right around the corner.
You know what's funny? I'm not really either, but now I go to like the big stores because they have everything.
Everything you could ever want.
But I used to go to the local packy all the time.
I will say that is something I've had to adjust to, is I don't have all my spots yet. It's still.
What do you go for, like a takeout food?
We have a couple spots.
Thai food the other night?
Oh, great. Vaughn's. Shout out Vaughn's in Bellingham. Yeah, that was a great spot. Unbelievable pad thai. Super nice people. Great spot over there. Yeah, Bellingham House of Pizza. Very good. Coachman's Lodge was a good spot. I feel like I'm you right now, Joe, just naming all these places.
I've
but
never been to any of them.
Very, very good spots out there. We're trying to expand, trying to learn the lay of the land.
Skaz and I were supposed to meet at the Milford DQ. We're going to have to make that happen over break.
There we go. That's Joe's secret DQ, his secondary DQ.
That's my second DQ I go to, so no one knows me there.
Well, we could also meet at the rail trail if you'd like.
Oh, my dad would come too. I love the rail
believe they're
trail.
celebrating their second-year anniversary in Milford.
Wasn't that Mark's favorite French fry was the rail trail?
Yes, it was.
Well, I have to try that.
So Mark's gone and River's gone. I got to tell you, River last night was a little emotional. Like, Mark was happy and thankful, and like, I was kind of like, hey man, you got to do the Yacha podcast, and he was happy. Like, I think because he was going home too and he was done with school. But River's like graduating college, and like, he doesn't know what he's doing the rest of his life. He was sad last night, dude.
You guys always end up with some really good interns.
Well, I mean, Skaz is the one who...
Maybe you guys mold them into being good people, but...
Well, Jim gives you a list.
Yeah.
Skaz interviews them, and then I just say, okay.
Shout out Jim Louth. He curates a list. We go through the list, and shout out the interns. Honestly, it's them. It's their resumes, get them in the door, and a couple phone calls, kind of just see who fits the vibe. And yeah, we got really lucky this semester. Mark and River were both great.
Jake checking in. I just heard on the radio my name as my truck started. He doesn't know either what's going on. Skaz does. You don't.
Joe, have you ever had to sneak out of the house to eat an unhealthy food or something that wouldn't be allowed in the house?
No, but I've definitely before known that dinner was going to be served, and I've gotten takeout on the way, ate it, and then still ate the dinner that was served.
But even like as a young kid, you never had to like sneak snacks or anything?
Yeah, of course I did.
Are you guys familiar with the movie Heavyweights?
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable
Dude,
movie. When they're sneaking the snacks in the bedposts and stuff.
In school. To me. I'm like, what kind of message are you trying to send to me?
I was always team kids in that movie.
Me too.
Great. I mean, that's what you're supposed to be. But
yeah, Heavyweights was about
great movie.
But yeah, dude, I'd sneak food in all the time.
They got it all on the bedposts and under the floorboards.
When I had roommates, I definitely used to hide food in my closet.
Did I ever tell you about the devious Papagino's mac and cheese pizza plan I had? So a couple Mondays a year.
No.
The Patriots. So it would be the Patriots would play. This is when they had Brady. So they would obviously lose only like 3 or 4 games, maybe 5 a year. And when they lost those games, the following day, I would always take that Monday off. So Monday would be off. No parents are home. They're working. Sisters at school. And that is when I would indulge myself with. At the time, there's no DoorDash, and I can't drive. So I get Papagino's delivered, and they had a bacon mac and cheese pizza, and that was the time of my life. And I would just have that to myself. And then hide all the evidence. I would put it in Tupperware, put it in the basement fridge in the back left. No one would ever find it.
For the people who say we don't talk sports, should the Pats bring back Judon?
No.
No. So you had a pizza with bacon and mac and cheese?
And buffalo chicken.
Was it like just put on top, or was it all
it was
cooked
put on
together?
It was like the mac and cheese was the sauce, and then the chicken was the topping. So there was no red sauce. And then the bacon was on the topping too. I think they let it go, but for a while it was there and it was fantastic.
If Papagino's is listening,
we could do a collab.
I am obsessed with your Papa platter. I get penne, comes with raviolis, meatballs, and penne with sauce and 2 breadsticks. But do you know what Papagino's does the best when it comes to their sauces? Dip my crust, dip my breadstick.
Over ranch. Interesting.
Listen, most of the time it's ranch and blue cheese, but Papagino's. And
they have it going on.
They got great slices of pizza.
They have a good slice of pizza. For like just a chain, they have a good slice of pizza. Have you seen those videos on TikTok, Joe, where people are going into Papagino's or any pizza place for that matter and ordering things right before they close and just seeing the reactions
and
of
they're
the
pissed.
workers?
It's all over TikTok. I see those all the time. All right, so the one thing I had was people mailing it in. The other thing I had is videos of Robert Downey Jr. Have you guys seen those videos?
No.
Okay, so there's some movie with Robert Downey Jr. when he's like, must be all messed up, and he's just like dancing. And it's like at a club, and he's like just vibing, and everybody's like, after I've had 2 gummies, this is how I feel, and then they show, it's kind of like this new trend. No,
Joe, this has not crossed my desk.
I'm out on it. So just remember, I said it now, and you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, Joe, I saw it. You heard it here first. It's kind of like how mom feels when the kids are away.
It's like a meme or something you're saying.
And then it's just this vibe of Robert Downey Jr. Last thing that I have here. You guys know I don't like lettuce. You probably heard about my lettuce experience last week.
Yep.
Okay. So someone sent this to me because they also are not a lettuce fan. But it's a place called Untold Brewing. I don't know why they told me this, but they said, hey, Joe, I heard your lettuce rant last week. I need you to check out Maria's Sub Shop in Scituate. They absolutely refuse to put lettuce on anything. The place is old school, great prices, and clean. Get yourself a nice Italian with everything on it and hots, and you won't be disappointed. It's possibly the most anti-lettuce place I've ever seen, and it's fantastic. Skaz, hearing this, I'm so glad that the community supports my anti-lettuce take. So now we have restaurants that are anti-lettuce. And think of all the things you could eat that don't have lettuce. Who puts lettuce on a burger? You guys like lettuce on a burger? It's on tacos. You heard about what happened to me, Joe? I bought 5 tacos. I said no lettuce. It even had the receipt, no lettuce. When I went up to the window, the guy goes, no lettuce, right? I said, yep. So I waited till I got home because I wanted to spread it out, baby. right? Usually I eat it in the car. I look at it right away. The second I put it down, I opened it up. It was filled with lettuce.
What time was this? Could you go back?
10:45 p.m. because I have the receipt. I'm not going back. I called them out. They deserve to be called out for the mistreatment of my taco.
See, if I think I would course correct you there and say if you are deciding between late night options, I don't think Taco Bell would be near the top of the list.
It's funny because I talked to Maz about this. I'm just going to get chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Because you can't screw it up.
Can't screw it up. Dipping sauces, chicken nuggets.
Give me something you can't screw up.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I have, but people want to talk. Steve's in Weymouth. Steve.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
You went to University of Hartford, right?
No, I did not.
Did Joe or one of you guys or somebody else did? But do you? All right, maybe not. But do you remember?
Dan Lifshotz did.
Dan did. Okay, so you may not have had it. Do you remember there was a garlic sauce that came with pizza that you dipped the crust in?
Well, I didn't go there, so I don't know.
I don't know. There was somebody else around.
Sorry. Oh, it's John Hamm, not Robert Downey Jr.
John Hamm. I
Hey,
still
Joe.
haven't seen it.
Hey, Joe, it's John Hamm, not Robert Downey Jr. Joe, it's John Hamm. Do they look alike?
Not really.
Do you think I could confuse them?
Maybe in like a club scene, maybe. Lights are blurry, who knows?
Should I apologize to Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, John Hamm's a very attractive man. It's a compliment, I think.
I didn't like John Hamm in the new Top Gun movie. Oh, I found an answer. Why is John Hamm dancing all over your TikTok and Instagram? Here we go, Skez. John Hamm's been dancing in ecstasy all over your Instagram and TikTok lately. It's a story that starts with Apple TV about how earlier this year it ends with millennial nostalgia and some comedic editing. I can't read. If you've been on a social platform for the last few weeks, you've seen John Hamm dancing in the club meme, in which creators make jokes using a clip of Hamm from his Apple TV show Your Friends and Neighbors, in which his character is seen dancing in a crowded nightclub in a dreamlike state of euphoria. John Hamm. He is a good-looking guy, though. I'll give him that. Andrew on Headlights.
Hey, yeah, I've been thinking this for a while, and yeah, I completely agree. The headlight thing, it's driving me nuts. It's way too bright. But here's my thing: I can't tell if the high beams are on or not. Do you guys know? Because I'm flashing people, and then I get hit with like 10,000 more lumens, and I just want to know.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I constantly think people's high beams are on, and I don't think they are, but it certainly feels like they are.
You know what it does? The fog lights, too. So sometimes I have automatic lights, and sometimes I'm on the highway, and I'll get people flashing them at me, and then I'll turn my lights on. But my lights work no matter what, if my lights are on or off. Courtney's in the car on lettuce. Hello, Courtney.
Hello, Hello, Joe. I have a thing about lettuce. I love lettuce, and I think your lettuce take on tacos is absolutely ridiculous. There is nothing better than a little crunch on the top of a taco. I don't know if you want like crispy onions or what, but lettuce on a taco is top. And then the second thing is it's not Robert Downey Jr., it's John Hamm is the dancing meme. You got the actor incorrect.
You didn't listen to what I said, did you?
Me?
I corrected myself before he called.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I had to turn the volume down. I had to be a good caller.
That's true.
I wasn't gonna.
So Courtney, I can't eat lettuce because it's water based, and let's just say it doesn't go with me.
Oh, it goes right through you.
Yeah, I've tried. Like, I'm a fat guy, and people make jokes about, hey, you should eat a salad. But it's like, no, if I eat a salad, I literally get. I could smell lettuce from far away.
Oh, that is, that's a secret skill. I admire you for that. My thing about lettuce is like, there is nothing better than I love more than like a classic sub shop, like iceberg lettuce salad that's super crunchy. I love that. Not very many sub shops do that.
How's that make your breath smell?
I don't like red onions. I don't eat it with red onions.
But does lettuce make your breath smell?
No.
No?
No. Maybe you should get your tonsils out. I don't know why your breath smells.
Well, I don't eat lettuce, so my breath doesn't smell. Why you eat lettuce?
Why would your breath smell if you ate lettuce? I don't understand that.
Well, I smell lettuce in people's breath.
Oh, well,
it's not my tonsils. I got great tonsils.
Okay. So maybe you have like a phobia of lettuce.
Maybe.
That like there's something internally within you that you can smell.
Yeah.
And you just it's a lettuce turnoff.
No, you might be right, Courtney. Is this the first time you've listened to this show?
Absolutely not. I listen every night.
Oh, I appreciate that. Where are you calling from?
Winchester.
Oh, so D'Agostino's, they don't put lettuce on my subs.
Well, listen. My brother every year used to go to D'Agostino's and used to tip the sub guy. Like, throw him a little $20 over there. If you want really good pizza, I don't know if I heard about you were going to your barber in Winchester,
Yes,
which is not
that's
that
where
far.
I
It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah.
You should go to Andrea's Pizza, classic. They've been in business for almost 40 years.
Yes, I used to live next to it.
You used to live next to it? You used to live in Winchester.
There was one in Stoneham that I...
Oh, yeah. Well, no. This is like OG. This is the OG one. This is not the Woburn one, not Arlington. This is Andrea's Pizza. They make the best grinders and the best pizza, hands down.
All right. Well, next week,
So,
I'm going to be there next week, and I'll tweet about it.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Oh, and one more thing. If you're in Winchester, stop by Nouvelle Maison. It's a new place where La Patisserie used to be. Best ham and cheese croissant you'll ever eat in your life.
Thank you. You in or out on ham and cheese croissants?
In.
Would you put ketchup on it or anything?
No.
You just eat it plain?
Yeah.
I don't like croissants. I like croissants, but I hate that they get messy all over me.
They're not firm enough for me.
Yeah.
I need a firm bun.
Like you're a bagel guy.
Yeah. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel.
Joe, you know what I saw today? I saw someone put cookie dough on top of a bagel.
What?
Cooked it and then made it like a big cookie.
And then what they put in the middle?
Nothing. It was a bagel.
Is it crazy to say, like, what if we experimented with, like a brown sugar cream cheese?
Or like marshmallow?
Yeah, or like a marshmallow cream cheese.
Or like a Milky Way nougat? Or like a Three Musketeer?
Yeah, just like something could be in the middle of that.
Or we could just put like, I don't know, I don't know. We should go to break, though. Somebody wants to talk about the Patriots this week. Is that important? No, I don't think it is. I mean, who's playing? We'll tell you.
What's up?
I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headline, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Lamar Jackson not at practice for the Ravens. He's dealing with an illness. Also, Marcus Jones, Robert Spillane, Carlton Davis, Mr. Landry, all not at practice today for the Patriots. Headlines, they are brought to you by our good friends, because they are, over at Valve Linens and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit knowingandoilchange.com. You'll save 50% off an extra out oil change. A little mind on the road. What do you think?
I think it's only right.
I think it would be only right to do so. We got to pay some bills. So this hour of the Sports Hub has been brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. So, last night we got an excellent food drop from our buddies over at Augusta's Chicken. Oh, we were swimming in sauce last night. The chicken bites, the fries, the pasta salad that they brought. But you got to try Augusta's famous chicken bites. Their signature sauces, they're so good. The honey mustard you could drink legitimately. But don't miss the rest of their menu either. They got subs, soups, meatballs, cookies, ice cream, much more, including their 24-foot salad bar that Joe and I, Street Team Joe, hung out at. And you remember the banana strawberry frap that they made for me? And you got the Oreo cookie frap. Oh! 3 locations to serve you. Billerica, Foxborough, in their brand new Tingsbury spot. That's where we were. And if you're hungry late night, Tingsboro has late night hours, 9 to 11 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Augusta's, the best damn chicken, period. And I will approve them. Like Joe approved, stamped. I feel like I need that maybe. Like a Joe approved. But damn. Augusta's was good, and I even had some today, too. Left over. All right. It's our last show of the year. People want to get in. Let's do it. Rich in Boston. Hi, Rich.
So since I called. And this is,
how you doing?
Yeah, so first time since you and Kendra were on back in August.
I met you at the Matt Slater event, remember?
Yep, and I go shout to Augustus. I give it a 9.2 on the chicken finger
He said a
scale.
9.2 on the chicken. That's high. Joe, on your level, that's high.
I drove an hour in heavy traffic to go to those both places.
And it was worth it, right?
Yes.
All right,
so
Pat, what do you got this week?
So I conflicted because I have Lamar Jackson in my fantasy league go against the commish, who's in first place. But I would love to see Pat's victory, but it's going to be tough. This is Baltimore at night.
Yeah, they call it the big crab cake.
Yeah, and I have another food bet for that one.
Okay, what do you got?
So if the Ravens win, it's blue crab and crab cake. So it's a repeat of last week.
Ah, the old blue crab. All right, Suhu. Happy holidays, my man. Thanks for calling in, buddy. All right, appreciate you. Suhu knows everything about sports. I may have told you guys about him off the air. Thank you for calling. Jason in the car.
How we doing tonight?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Long-time listener, actually first-time caller. I'm liking the old very special Christmas tunes there. That first one had a lot of good ones on it.
Thank you.
My take on lettuce, I couldn't agree more, Joe. When it's on something that's hot, when it's on any type of food that's hot, it is absolutely disgusting. I call it sink drain. That's what I call it, because it smells like sink drain. It looks like sink drain, and I can only imagine that it tastes like all of that stuff that sits in the bottom of your sink drain. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I think we will. I'll tell Skaz off there. But nobody wants to smell sink drain. PJ in Albany. What's up, PJ?
Hey, what's going on, Joe? Just wanted a quick in or out for you, and then I had an offer for potentially the wild card game if you're interested. So, in and out, sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. What's on it?
Just think of the filling. It's gonna lead into my next.
I think I'm kind of out, man.
Okay, understand. Well,
I love
let me
sweet
describe
potato.
what
I love
was
sweet
gonna
potato fries.
What I was going to say is offer to bake you guys a cheesecake from the 98.5 crew. Listen to you guys every day. Would like to show my gratitude if you're interested. I've been baking cheesecakes for about 25 years.
Yes.
This is probably my best recipe.
PJ,
ginger snap crust.
Joe Murray at 985thesportshub.com.
I'll send it off to you. I sent you a cross section, actually.
Okay, well, you'll have to send that to me, and I'll look for it.
Sounds good, man. Have a good night.
Merry
Have a good
Christmas.
holiday.
You too. You want to make me a cheesecake? You think I'm going to say no? I bet you your mom's making one right now. Is she listening tonight? Mrs. Ariana?
She was going to listen, actually. And she has approved your request of the cheesecake with, what was it, the Oreo?
Oh, the brownie.
Brownie bottom. She said she's going to give it a whirl.
Mm.
I don't know how the oven's going to, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I have faith in Mom. Love you, Mom.
Guys, any other drops back there that's worth playing tonight? Anything you've been holding on to back there? Can we get the farting guy? Do you know that one, Joe? Guys, this is why I'm fat. Oh, there you go. There's one. It's like Tommy Boy. This is why I suck as a salesman. But the farter, that's the best one, man. All right, Tommy.
All right.
Who's your favorite show on 98.5, The Sports Hub?
Well, it's Felger and Matt.
Oh, come on!
Joe.
Come on! Can you believe that? He came on the show, wanted to be on so bad. And I asked him, what's his favorite show? And he said Felger and Mass. That's loyalty, though, huh? Springsteen.
Oh, Eric Church.
I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about 17. There's a vulture in the sky. I don't know what he's saying, but that is country voice. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about 17. Or Springsteen, right? I need the sauce more than the meat. And that's going to be a big compilation at some point? All right.
Yes, that'll be coming out early next week.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
All right, I'm sophomore. All right, we paid all our bills, guys. That's it. No more full shows this year.
Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.